Welcome into Borleske Stadium. Drew Albaugh on the mic, your play-by-play broadcaster for all 9 innings between the Sweets and the Corvallis Knights. A 3-game set. Walla Walla wins the salvage game in a 3-game series against the Cowlitz Black Bears down in Longview, Washington, and look to continue their home success in today's game. Walla Walla, kind of a crazy stat, 6-12 on the road, 12-3 in West Coast League play at home. Hopefully that continues for Walla Walla. I sat down and talked with Dom Cadiz, first/third baseman/today right fielder for the Sweets, about him being named a West Coast League All-Star and leading the West Coast League in batting average on another edition of Players Roundup. Drew Albaugh alongside Dom Cadiz, another edition of Players Roundup. Dom, a West Coast League All-Star. First off, how much does that mean to you getting that honor?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that in a couple of days, and with other teammates, it's great. I won't be alone there, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be fun.
Another bus ride over to Bellingham, though. I will say, a lot of bus rides back and forth to the east and west side. How has the travel been going?
It's all right. It's a little rough when we get home after the last game of the series, 5-hour bus drive. So, I mean, it's a little less sleep, but I'm still ready. I'm out here to play, so yeah.
Once in a while, third base coach Leo Rivera puts on a movie of some sort, and you seem to always know the references. Are you a big movie guy?
I'm a big movie guy. Me and Leo love to go back and forth with that stuff,
You've just always been that way?
Oh, yeah. I've always watched movies and stuff,
All right, in yesterday's ball game, you were in right field for the first time this season. How'd that feel?
It felt good. I mean, I'm out there again today, so, nice. I like to be a utility guy, play all the positions. Leave all the opportunities open and all that stuff. So.
When was the last time you played right field or anywhere in the outfield, I guess?
I don't think I've ever played the outfield before.
Nice.
Yeah, but I think the transition from infield to outfield is easier than the other way around. So.
I asked Billy if he likes being in the outfield. He thinks it's the most fun position.
Yeah.
Do you think it's fun hawking down balls out there?
It's fun. You're out there alone. You're distanced from the other guys, but it's a lot of fun, yeah. I like it.
Do you bring seeds or anything to, spit around while you're not doing much out there?
I mean, I chew gum. That's about all I do. I don't have seeds, but I know all the other guys do seeds, but my thing's gum. So.
And then when you're looking in the first, you play third, you play first base. What do you like more between those two positions?
You're more involved, I feel like. I mean, you're closer to your teammates and stuff like that, but it's probably just being involved, Get more plays and stuff like that, more action. All
right, hitting just under 400 on the season. Dom, I mean, you're just 18 years old. You're an incoming freshman. A lot of success in a really hard league. Do you ever think about your age? Do you ever think about maybe you're more inexperienced than some of these guys? Or do you go out with the mentality of, look, I'm the best player out here on the field?
Yeah, it's summer ball. You're not supposed to put too much stress on yourself. Take it easy. Just staying light, being easy,
Yeah, I talked to Leo about that a lot. I think something that you kind of give off is a quiet confidence without maybe trying too much. When guys get in slumps, when things aren't working well, what's your mantra? What's your mindset when things aren't working well?
I mean, I'd just say sticking to your routine, I mean, that got you where you are. So if you keep doing it, then it's going to work out. Even when you are in a slump, it's baseball. It's hard sport.
Yesterday, you hit a ball that I thought was gone on the broadcast out to left field. Cowlitz, a brutal ballpark. You thought that was out?
Oh, I definitely thought it was out. That was a brutal ballpark. I mean, we had so many barrels that were just right at the guys, or they were just caught up in that wind and stay in the ballpark,
You want to guess the exit velo on that?
I don't know. I'm guessing it was a little over 100.
101.
101. There you go.
That should be a homer with that trajectory.
Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, I'd say at Borleske, that's gone.
For sure. On the other side, you have, 7 is it now?
Yeah,
Mostly
7.
here at Borleske.
Yeah.
The ball's flying here. How much do you like playing behind the fans, but also at the ballpark?
I mean, I'd say our whole team likes playing here more. We got, obviously our record reflects that. Yeah. I like playing here. It's a great atmosphere, great community. Yeah.
Have you ever played behind this many fans? Obviously you just come out of high school, but how cool is it to see people, 500, 1,000, 1,500 plus? You look at the 4th of July game, kind of all cheering you on. You take a homer out to left. How is it playing baseball in front of fans?
It's great. I mean, in high school, we got a good amount of fans, but it was nothing like this. This is great. The whole town comes out. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, So,
I'd love to talk a little bit about MLB draft coming up. You think about that at all?
A little bit. I don't know.
I don't know how you can't,
Yeah, we'll see. it's during the All-Star break, so
Right.
I mean, you never know. You never know.
Just
Yeah.
see, it's just check your phone once in a
Yeah,
while.
yeah. We'll peep it. But that's
There you
about
go.
it.
All
Yeah.
right, 3-game set against the Corvallis Knights. Obviously, I don't know how much you know about the Knights, but they won the West Coast League 7 years straight
Wow.
prior to last year. I mean, they have a history.
Yeah.
Do you look at the other side of the dugout saying, these guys are good, how are we going to compete? Or do you look at it as, we're a good team? Right now, we're a playoff spot.
Exactly. I think, I mean, you don't play up or down to your competition. You always just play as hard as you can and see where it is. It's a good ball team. I mean, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully get the W's. But, yeah.
What's your mindset on 2 strikes? I think you're one of the best at it. I would love to get your mindset on that.
Yeah, I get a little lower. I swing at stuff a little more outside the zone just in case, you never know when the umpire is going to ring you up or not. But I never take a chance, just try to put it in play. That's about it.
All right, this leads us to our question of the day with Dom
Let's hear
Goodies.
it.
Favorite moment in the season on and off the field? Got to pick one.
Favorite moment
One
was,
on, one off.
Okay, favorite moment on the field was
Yeah.
probably going back-to-back with Tanner.
Oh.
That was the first game, I think, at home.
Mhm.
That was a really cool experience.
How's your relationship with Tanner? Kind of going
I
back
mean,
and forth,
yeah.
some brotherly vibes, going to
Yeah.
Bellingham together?
I mean, it seems like we've been friends for a long time,
Mhm.
I mean, that's my guy. So,
How
yeah.
do you, and before you go to the off the field moment,
Yeah.
a guy like Tanner, or a lot of these guys,
Yeah.
this is just one summer. How do you maybe keep these relationships going throughout your entire life, potentially,
I mean, I'd just say keep in contact, you
Yeah.
know? I mean, obviously, you're not going to see these guys that much after
Right.
this, but just keep in contact and, yeah.
Mhm, and helping you guys kind of get through the game that's really hard in baseball, right?
Of course. I mean, you got to have, a good friendships out here. You're out here for a while, so, I mean, you got to, have good friendships and stuff. Make good
Best
connections.
off-field moment?
Probably going to the cliff jumping spot about 30 minutes down the road, but the whole team went out there. It was a lot of good vibes and stuff.
Nice.
But it
You
was
caught
fun.
some air?
I didn't jump off the cliff.
Oh,
You
come
know,
on. You
you
on the
can't
water?
risk getting hit. Of course I went in the water. I went in
There
the
you
water
go.
though. There you go. Yeah.
There you go. All right,
Yeah.
Dom Goodies, once again, first/third baseman / right fielder, DH, kind of
Yeah.
can do it all for the Walla Walla Sleets.
Yeah.
Leads the West Coast League in batting average, a West Coast League All-Star. Thanks so much, Dom.
Of course. Thank you.
Drew Albaugh with manager of the Walla Walla Suites, Colby Waterlow, for another edition of
Countdown with Colby.
500 bucket hats given away today. 3-game set against the Corvallis Knights. You got one of them on. It looks pretty
Let's go.
snazzy. I will say I'm pretty jealous of it.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet. They're reversible. I don't know if you've seen
Really?
the reversible side, but we
Let's
got
see the other side.
The Sweet Lou side.
Wow.
So-
Close up, close up.
Yeah.
Bang. I thought you guys were rocking them in batting practice.
Yeah, that's right. Let the guys wear them. Break them in a little bit.
Get
So
the juju
we'll see.
going back at
Yeah.
home.
Come on, let's go.
You guys have had quite some juju at home. You do take the salvage, of the 3-game set against the Cowlitz Black Bears, but at home versus the away records have been vastly different this season. You excited to get back at home after a long bus ride yesterday?
Yeah, always great to be back at Borleske, to be at home, sleep in your own bed. So I
Yeah.
know the dads are excited. Obviously, last 3 games to try to finish strong here before the All-Star break. So, yeah, it's great to be back. Beautiful weather, not too hot quite yet. And so, it should be a good weekend.
Before we move on to talk about the Corvallis Knights, I'd love to talk about Levi Anderson. Yesterday goes 8 innings strong, no earned runs, 3 base hits, just the 1 walk, also just 1 strikeout. Kind of an interesting outing. What was your assessment from him? Just the most dominant pitching performance this season, bar none.
Yeah, definitely the most dominant outing that we've seen. It was a special night for him. He had all his pitches working. He did a really good job of getting ahead of hitters. He got a lot of weak contact, especially early in counts, that helped keep his pitch count down, which allowed him to extend in that game. And excellent outing out of him. Couldn't have asked for much more, when we're trying to go in and get a salvage. So did a great job setting the tone early, and then just kept it rolling all the way through the majority of that game.
And then the other side, more hits in Game 3 than Game 1 and 2 combined. Do you think something particular happened, or just the balls found the outfield?
Yeah, ball started to drop a little bit. We saw it even Game 2, we hit a lot of balls hard. Yeah. Even, we talked about getting the no hits on the board to show for it, but a lot of balls hit hard. And then yesterday in the first inning, right, we have the bleeder double and then one more swing after that, and we've got a run on the board already. And so that's just kind of the nature of baseball. The tides turned in our favor, and it was good to see us string a few together.
Tides are turning now against the Corvallis Knights, one of the hottest teams in the West Coast League. Obviously, their history, 7 straight championships, all of that, up until last year, of course. They're coming in on a little bit of a heater. Did lose their last game out. What do you expect out of them coming into Borleske, into your house here in Walla Walla?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really good battle. Obviously, 2 teams that are fighting for playoff spots, and Corvallis playing really well here down the stretch. And so I think it's going to be a really good test for us. How do we match up against those guys? I'm expecting, similar to us, a lot of talent, a lot of depth at every position on the mound and the bullpen. So, I don't think there's going to be easy innings or easy outs to be had or easy, opportunities to score runs. I think we're going to have to go out and take care of our own business and earn what we get, and it should be a good test for us.
Corvallis leads the entire West Coast League in stolen bases, over 100 plus. Second place is Kamloops, really caught up to them after we talked to the Kamloops stolen base situation. Again, you attack the Kamloops situation pretty well, but you got, a guy like Owen, a guy like Nikhil. Zane Bidwell is now gone. How do you look at not letting them run all over you here in the 3-game set?
Yeah, I think it starts with our pitching staff and doing what they need to do to mix looks, to change their timing, to make it uncomfortable for runners at first base and second base to try to get jumps on them. Quick to the plate, get the ball to the target in a timely fashion, and then let the guys. We have great catch and throw guys behind the plate, and so it's more just, do we give them a chance to throw guys out when they do run? So I think it kind of comes down to our pitching staff and how well do we take care of our business, not just throwing strikes, but holding runners as well.
Trey Moore's back out on the hill, trying to get the Sweets off to a strong start. Morse looked really good his last time out. Up and down season. What do you expect out of him? I
think he's just going to continue to get better. Obviously great outing for him last time, so hopefully he's able to ride that momentum, come in feeling strong, and I think hopefully he goes out and sets the tone. Great outing last time out, and so there's been a little bit up and down. You get that when you've got a young guy like Trey on the mound, and that's expected. And so now I think does he continue to make progress? Does he continue to get better as the summer goes on? And I think this is going to be an awesome test to see where he's at.
In general, once we start talking about the starting pitching a week or so ago, it's gotten significantly better. Do you think guys are maybe starting to find that groove a little bit?
Yeah, I think finding our groove. I think Bend was a bit of an anomaly as a group. And so, since that, being able to settle back.
Welcome into Borleske Stadium. Drew Albaugh, your play-by-play broadcaster for all 9 innings. Sweets take on the Corvallis Knights. Game number 1 in a 3-game set. Out on the hill, Trey Morse for the Sweets, the right-handed arm, incoming freshman at Gonzaga University. Facing off against Blake Wilson, Brock Kettleson, and Thomas Ferragero, the first 3 batters for the Knights. The first pitch shows bunt, gets it down the third base side, charging Scaldaferri. He barehands, no throw to first base, and Blake Wilson is on with a bunt single. First pitch, 6:35 p.m., and up steps Brock Kettleson. Talk to Troy Sanders, who's the designated hitter in today's ball game, about specifically laying bunts down here at Borleske. The grass in the infield is rather thick. It provides kind of a very nice area to lay a bunt down, and it rolls and stops halfway between third and home. Up steps Kettleson, the lefty bat, facing the righty arm. The pitch from Morse is flied left side, high in the sky, slowly tailing out of play. Billy Scaldaferri gave a chase. Strike number 1. On a beautiful bluebird day here in Walla Walla, Washington. The American flag in straightaway center field, blowing out towards the outfield, maybe a touch more to the left than to the right, but swaying in both directions as Morse comes set at the belt. The 0-1. Fastball right down the middle, 0-2. That clocks in at 90 miles an hour. We've seen Morse hit 91 a couple times this season. With Wilson, a speedy base runner at first base, taking a hearty lead. From the stretch, the pitch. Poked out towards left center field, charging Gunnar Guile. Can't make the play as the ball falls a few feet in front of his shins. He picks it up at the knees. And it's back-to-back singles for the Knights here in the top of the first inning, and up steps Thomas Ferragamo. Thomas Ferragamo hitting .300 on the year in West Coast League play. In 60 at-bats has been very productive for the Knights. Morse takes a peek at second base. Set at the belt, the pitch. Shows bunt, pulls back. Fastball misses downstairs, 1-0. Just missed a hair down low. The Corvallis Knights in their dark red amber jerseys, gray pants. On the other side, the Sweets in their all whites. The 1-0. Shows bunt yet again, can't get it down as it flies off the end of the bat and into the netting behind home plate. Count evens up 1-1 strike. After Ferragamo, Antonio Castro, the 4-hole hitter, on deck. Stahl Katayama batting 5th. Braden Mondo 6th. Maverick Russell batting 7th. Ian Fernandez behind the plate batting 8th. And Gavin Brubaker rounding out the lineup. The 1-1. Shows bunt yet again. Gets it down the third base side. Charging Scout the Ferry. Tosses it over to first base. And it whistles past the outstretched glove of Tanner Curran into right field. Dom Cadiz comes up with it. Rounding first base and scoring Blake Wilson. Kettleson checks into third, and there's runners on the corners with nobody out. And the Sweets now trail the Corvallis Knights 1-0. Here in the top of the first inning, Knights wasting no time. Some small ball, 2 bunts, a single. All trouble here in Borleske early on for Trey Morse. Hasn't given up any hard contact, a bloop single out towards center field, and 2 bunts. And it brings up Antonio Castro. The pitch. Right down the middle at 89 miles an hour, 0-1. The Knights love to work the small ball. Done it all season long. Also very good out on the base paths. 102 stolen bases. No outs. The 0-1. Popped up. Straightaway center field. Gunnar Guile moves under it. Makes the play in shallow center field. The throw comes in. Landon Young cuts it off. Brock Kettleson dives in safely at home. And just like that, the Knights on top 2-0 over the Sweets here in the top of the first. A sac fly from Antonio Castro. The Knights are top 3 in the West Coast League in sacrifice bunts. Already have laid down a couple today, not necessarily for the sacrifice portion of the problem. Spins and throws to first. Ferragamo dives back safely. Laid down 18 sacrifice bunts this season. 1 out, the pitch. Cranked right side, this gets down in front of Dom Cadiz. He comes up with the ball at his knees, rounding second base, heading to third, Ferragamo. And Stahl Katayama stops at first base, and there's runners on the corners with 1 gone. Sweets trail the Corvallis Knights 2-0. Braden Mondo steps in. The left fielder, right-handed bat. With runners on the corners defensively for the Sweets, Andrew Demanu out in left field. Gunnar Guile in straightaway center. Dom Cadiz in right field. You see him out in right for the 2nd straight day after not playing in the outfield all season long. First pitch, shows bunt. Can't get it down. Off the very end of the bat, that ball stayed right around home plate, 0-1. Already the 3rd batter of 6 that showed bunt. Playing small ball early on. Corners playing in. Landon Young and Nate Stuyvesant up the middle, playing more towards double play depth with the runner on first and 1 out. The 0-1. Swing and a miss. A fastball right by him, center. And it's 0-2 to Mondo. Maverick Russell on deck. In the infield for the Sweets, Billy Scaldaferri at third. The aforementioned Landon Young and Nate Stuyvesant up the middle at short and second. Tanner Kern at first and Owen Estabrook behind the plate. The righty's delivery misses away. Back pick over to first instead. It's a little fake back pick, even pump fake me up here in the booth. Sure did pump fake Katayama as well. He dove back into first base, looking around like, am I safe? No ball was ever thrown. Runners on the corner, Sweets trail 2-0. One gone, top of the first, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. 89 inside at the knees, and it's out number 2. Up steps Maverick Russell. First strikeout of the day for Trey Morse. Trying to limit the damage here at Borleske Stadium. Sun glowing down the right field line. A pretty good show out here on a Friday evening. Bucket hat giveaway at Borleske. The pitch. It's the outer third. 0-1. Trey Morse leans in, his dark blue hat glistening in the sunlight. The 0-1. Runner takes off, throw goes over to second base, not in time. Fastball misses inside at the ankles. Count evens up, a ball and a strike as Katayama reaches second base on a delayed steal attempt. And there's 2 on in scoring position for the lefty bat of Maverick Russell. A big spot here for Trey Morse to try to limit the damage. Sweets already trail 2-0. Russell hitting .306 on the year. The pitch. Fastball misses down in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Russell has struck out just 5 times all season long. One of the best marks on the team in 35 at-bats. The 2-1. Cranked out towards deep right field, ranging back. Dom Cadiz at the track. He leans over his left shoulder and makes the play right in front of the wall for out number 3. Trey Morse spins out of a jam. Corvallis Knights leave 2 on second and third base. 4 base hits, no errors, and we roll on to the bottom of the first. Knights on top, 1-0 over the Sweets. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
And tonight, a lucky winner is Becky.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Sweets trail 2-0 in the bottom of the first frame. 4 base hits from the Knights, 2 off the bunt. Fuel the 2-0 lead. Sweets trying to battle back here in the early parts of game number 1 in a 3-game set. Landon Young steps in, facing off against Jay-Sean Unger, the pitch. Roped out towards right center. Antonio Castro moves under it, makes the play in the alleyway for out number 1. Castro, the right fielder for the Knights. And straightaway center backing him up for Brock Kettleson. In left field, Braden Mondeau. And steps Tanner Kern, the first baseman, lefty bat. All white jersey with the white cleats, white batting gloves with the all black bats plastered against the white frame. 1 out. The first pitch, curveball misses well away, 1-0. In the infield, Stahl Katayama at third base, Blake Wilson over at short, Thomas Furigaro at second base, Gavin Brubaker at first. In the motion, the pitch. Right down Main Street. 1-1 with a fastball, clocking in at 89 miles an hour. Behind the plate, Ian Fernandez dials up the sign. Jay-Sean Unger from the windup and the pitch. Misses away. 2 balls and a strike to Tanner Kern. With 1 gone here in the bottom of the first frame, Sweets trail 2-0. Unger leans in, gets the sign and the pitch. On the ground, right back up the middle, fielded by Wilson at the shoe tops. Takes his time, throws over to first base in time for out number 2. A quick 1-2 start to this frame, and up steps Dom Cadiz.
Batting third, the right fielder number 23, Dom Cadiz.
Dom Cadiz batting .380 on the season. That leads the West Coast League. Going into the Cowlitz Black Bears series the last 3 days, he came into that hitting north of 400, the righty steal. Fastball misses low, 1 ball and no strikes to the right-handed UCLA commit, Dom Cadiz. He steps back in. Didn't play all too well down in Cowlitz. Hitless through the first 2 games. The next offering. Curveball drips in, upper inside corner. A ball and a strike to Cadiz. Then in his final game, game 3, yesterday, Sweets won 6-0. He was a big reason why. A couple of doubles, 2 for 4 with a walk. The pitch. Flied back over the netting. A foul ball for strike number 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sweets trail 2-0 here in the bottom of the first frame. Dom Cadiz still looking to battle it out on 2 strikes. Talked to him pregame about what his approach is on 2 strikes, and he liked to shorten up his swing. The pitch. A slow cue shot, right side of the infield for Agaro. Fields it at the knees, takes his time, and tosses to first. A 1-2-3. Bottom of the first frame. We move on to the top of the second. Sweets trail 2-0 on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Sweets trail the Knights 2-0. We reach the top of the second frame. Trey Morris out on the hill for the Sweets. Didn't give up really any hard contact, except for one single from Stahl Katayama, the 5-hole hitter for the Knights back in the top of the first. Everything else bunts down the third base line in a bloop shot over Landon Young's head at short. In steps Ian Fernandez, the 8-hole, the pitch. Off speed, hits the outer corner. 0-1, gets the call from plate umpire Gabe Nobert. Matthew Degree at the bases. The 0-1. Heater tickles the outside black. Lower third. Fernandez behind 0-2. In the motion, the pitch. Goes with the curveball, just misses high. A ball and 2 strikes to Fernandez, the righty bat. University of California, Santa Barbara. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball right by him. Sped him up with 90 down the pipe. And there's one gone here in the top of the second. Sweets trail 2-0. Second strikeout of the day for Trey Morse. And in steps Gavin Brubaker. Trey Morse had himself more than a solid outing his last time up. Probably his best outing up until that point. As Brubaker steps in the pitch. Swing and a miss. Goes with the off-speed downstairs. Right on top of it, 0-1. Against the Yakima Valley Pippins, Morse went 5 innings, gave up no earned runs, the windup and the pitch. Laced right side over the netting and out of play, strike 2. 5 strikeouts on that day. 1 out. In the motion, the righty's deal on 0-2. Misses in the dirt, it goes over the netting and caught by a fan in a bright neon green hat directly behind home plate. He was ready for that one. Looked like he played outfield back in the day, had his hands high and made the catch. 1 out, the 1-2. Another one's fly back over the netting. Out of play, we'll do it again, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Yanked outside. Count evens up, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gavin Brubaker. The righty bat playing first base today for the Corvallis Knights. Out of Northwest Nazarene University. 1 out. In the motion and the pitch. Laced out towards deep left center field. Demonu on his horse looks up, and it hits a 1 bouncer off the W wall in left center field. Brubaker trails into second base, and it's a 1 out double for Gavin Brubaker with Blake Wilson, the leadoff bat, stepping in. Brubaker has had himself a great start to the season. Continues to pummel the ball, hitting .330 coming into today's game with limited at-bats. Up steps Wilson, singled via a bunt the last time up. The pitch. Fastball misses low, a ball and no strikes. Blake Wilson, the righty bat. Taps his black barrel on home plate a few times and gets ready for the pitch. Morse leans in and gets the sign from Estabrook. Comes sets at the belt. The pitch on the way. Popped up high above into the Bluebird day. Slowly trails out of play behind home plate. Looked for a chance that it might have stayed in play for Owen Estabrook to give it a read and make the catch. Instead, the count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 gone. Sweets trail 2-0 here against the Knights. Morse gets the sign. He comes set yet again. Brubaker a lead at second base. The righty's deal. Misses downstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Blake Wilson hitting .310 on the season. 9 RBIs on the year. That's 10th best with the Corvallis Knights. 1 out, the 2-1. Roped right side, right at Dom Cadiz. He goes and can't make the play as it goes right over his head. Bounces up against the Sweet Basil Pizzeria sign in right field. Brubaker scores, trailing into third base with a stand-up triple. Blake Wilson, 2 for 2 on the day. And the Knights on top 3-0 over the Sweets here in the top of the second. Blake Wilson, a triple, his first of the season. And up steps Brock Kettleson. A sac fly away from putting the Knights on top 4-0. The first offering misses in at the hips, 1-0. Kettleson, the commit to Stanford University. Originally from Scotts Valley, California. The pitch misses away, snared by Esterbrook behind the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Hitting .333 on the season and 66 at-bats. One of the Knights' most dangerous hitters. Leads Corvallis in average. The 2-0. Crackles over the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 out. Blake Wilson at third base. Gavin Brubaker has already turned around and scored. Corvallis on top 3-0 over the Sweets in the early parts of this one. Here on the top of the second. 2-1. A cue shot that trickles foul left side. 2 balls and 2 strikes on a beautiful Bluebird Day bucket hat giveaway here at Borleske. You see fans trailing around the ballpark in their bucket hats. 500 freebies today. The Sweets guys as the 2-2. A swing and a miss, strike 3. Goes down with 82 in the dirt. A throw to first base as Esterbrook didn't squeeze it initially. Tanner Kern squeezes it at first, and it's out number 2. Another strikeout, make it number 3 for Trey Morse. And up steps Thomas Ferragaro, the left-handed bat. The Sweets players were wearing their bucket hats during batting practice today. For the full hour session, everyone in their reversible bucket hats. One side a dark blue navy, the other side Sweet Lou with the white. The pitch. Inside, outside flick to left field, trailing out of play. Rather in foul territory for strike 1. For a second there, I thought that was going to fall. Slicing to the left, harder than my golf swing, and eventually it just goes to the left of the chalk. 2 outs, no balls and 1 strike. Wilson 90 feet away from putting the Knights on top 4-0. Trey Moore's trying to keep it put at 3-0. Walla Walla went 1-2-3 in the bottom half of the first inning. Antonio Castro on deck as Ferragaro waves his all-black bat around a few times. Faces the pitch. Hits the inner black. A pitcher's pitch for strike 2. Morse knocking on the doorstep for his 4th strikeout of the day. The Knights on the doorstep of their 4th run. What gives? Kicks and deals. Crank to right field. Cadiz runs back and it goes over his head and bounces up against the wall. Blake Wilson scores, rounding second base and heading to third for Agar. He's in with the second Knights triple of the day as Dom Cadiz could not make the read out in right field. And the Knights on top 4-0. Talking to Dom Cadiz today, actually, about how, the switch has been out to right field. He said he never played right field, never played in the outfield before yesterday's game. Now, yesterday he made 3 plays, did not make an error. It won't go down as an error as the first pitch whistles away for ball number 1 to Antonio Castro. What it will do is those line drives, initially Dom Cadiz's first step was in. Then he realized it tailed way above his head and it was all over the pitch. Scrapes the basement of the zone. Count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. Dom Cadiz not a natural outfielder. Maybe a little bit of experience still needed out there in the field. Kicks and deals. Popped up. Left side, out of play over the Sweets dugout. Hits the left line bleachers. 1 ball and 2 strikes. That triple came with 2 strikes. As Ferragamo now is 2 for 2 on the day. Both Blake Wilson and Ferragamo 2 for 2 with a single and a triple. The pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. A weak wave and an off-speed pitch on the outer black. And there's 3 gone, but the Knights double up their lead, now on top 4-0. We move to the bottom of the second frame on 3 base hits, no errors. Sweets trail 4-0 on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Congratulations, Zach.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Sweets trail 4-0 in the early parts of this one. Bottom of the second on tap. A combined 7 base hits for Corvallis fuels the 4-run lead. A couple of those off of bunts, but in the last frame, not a small ball action to be heard of. Instead, it was 2 triples and a double. 2 runs coming to score. As Owen Estabrook steps in for the Sweets, the righty bat out of Columbia University. Batting in the middle of the lineup today for Walla Walla, batting 4th. Estabrook's average continues to climb closer and closer to 300 on the season. Had a nice series against Cowlitz in his last 3 games, picks up a hit in each of the 3 contests. Unger comes set, kicks and deals. Fastball misses away, Fernandez can't squeeze it. Baseball trails in and out of his glove, and time is called from Gabe Nobert. Home plate umpire, it looked like the baseball might have gone right through his glove. Ian Fernandez now with a water bottle, washing out his eyes. Not sure exactly what happened. Maybe dust was flicked up into his eye. Nobody on. Sweets trail 4-0 as Owen Estabrook takes a few practice hacks. I mentioned he had a pretty good series over in Cowlitz. He started out the season hovering around that Mendoza line and just slowly has climbed closer and closer to that 300 mark. Now batting 296, 265 in West Coast League play. Estabrook with the black bat, black helmet, faces the 1-0. Ripped to left center field. Mondo moves under it, can't make the play as it bounces into the alleyway. Estabrook speeds around first base. Brock Kettleton, the throw to second base. Slide, tag applied, not in time. Owen Estabrook calls timeout at second base. And it's a leadoff double for the catcher. A perfectly placed line drive base hit. Mondo was shaded towards the line over and left. Can't make the play out in left center. Brings up Nate Stuyvesant. Played in just one of the 3 games against the Black Bears. Fresh legs for Nate. Estabrook a lead at second base. The first pitch. Fastball Hits the basement of the zone, 0-1. Sweets trail 4-0 here in the bottom of the second frame against the Corvallis Knights, one of the hottest teams in the West Coast League. Jayshawn Unger comes set at the chest. Grips his all-red glove, and the throw in the way. Misses low, but a swing and a miss for strike 2. A curveball gets Stuyvesant to swing right on top of it. Unger's dreadlocks flowing out behind his red cap with the white C logo. Set at the belt. The righty steal. Chopped up the middle. Wilson fields at the head. Up throw to first base. Miss. Brubaker. Gloves. Tag applied in time. Actually, instead, it seems to be Nate Stuyvesant got under the tag. He's called safe at first base. And now a discussion on tap. Brooke Knight, head coach. And they call him out. Brooke Knight, head coach for the Corvallis Knights, had a quick conversation with Matthew Degree. And very quickly, he's now called out, and manager Colby Waterlow comes out and talks it up with Degree. Estabrook at third base. He's saved no matter what. Now, running back to first without hesitation was Nate Stuyvesant. That usually tells you something. One gone. Conversation ends between Waterlow and Degree. And up steps Troy Sanders. Sanders, the righty bat out of Grand Canyon University. And his first AB in the 6-hole spot. The first pitch. Tails away with a breaking ball. Clocking in at 79 miles an hour. 1 ball and no strikes. Fans continue to tail in. The bucket hats have come and gone. All 500 given out to fans. The pitch scrapes the outer edge right on the black. First strike number 1. 88 miles an hour. Unger sitting somewhere between 87 and 90 today. On the other side, Trey Moore's pretty consistently sitting at 90-91. The next offering, curveball spins downstairs. A touch inside as well. 2-1. Infield in partial shade out on the mound. Finally shaded, so is home plate. The dirt mostly in sunlight. Protection from the trees behind home plate. The pitch. Misses downstairs. 3-1. A hitter's count to Troy Sanders. Sweets trail 4-0 against the Knights. Here in the bottom of the second frame, Estabrook stands at third base, trying to cut into that lead. The 3-1 offering. Fly back over the netting, out of play. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Sanders. The designated hitter today for the Sweets. Bouncing around between second and short for Walla Walla defensively when he's not DH. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Curveball up and inside. Troy Sanders out in front of it, and it's out number 2. And up steps Gunnar Guile. That, by the way, the first strikeout of the day for Jayshawn Unger. Guile playing center field today. Haven't seen him in a few games since diving out in center field in game number 1 against the Black Bears. A left knee contusion keeps him out for a couple games. He was questionable today. He's good to go in the lineup for the first time in 3 days. The first offering. Scrapes the outer edge. 89 on the black. Unger dotting up every part of the zone right now. He's feeling it. 2 outs, 0-1. On the way. Misses a touch outside. A very similar pitch, maybe an inch more off the plate. Matthew Degree gets the call right. Estabrook a lead at third base. Sweets trail 4-0. Bluebird Day here in Walla Walla, Washington. The righty's deal. The miss is away to the lefty bat. of Gunnar Guile. 2 balls and a strike. Guile, one of the Sweets' 3 All-Stars. Tanner Kern and Dom Cadiz joining him in Bellingham next week. This is the last set before the West Coast League All-Star Week. The 2-1. Fouled back. 2-2. On deck, Andrew Demanu. And Demanu's now played 5 straight games. Dating back before the Monday off day, played that Sunday, and then the last 4 contests. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. From the belt, the pitch. Poked on the ground up the middle, a couple of bounces to Wilson's glove. The toss to first in time. Sweets leave 1 on 1 base hit, no errors. Still trail 4-0 against the Knight. And we'll take a break. Top of the 3rd on the other side on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. We roll on to the top of the 3rd inning. Sweets trail 4-0 against the Corvallis Knights. Trey Moore still out on the hill, the incoming freshman at Gonzaga University. The Knights get 2 runs in both the 1st and the 2nd inning as Stahl Katayama steps in for the 2nd time. He singled back in the 1st frame. But the route they got to the 2 runs, as the first pitch misses away with a fastball 1-0, have been quite different. In the 1st inning, a couple of bunts, a bloop single, scored their first 2. That's the 1-0. Cranked left field, out of play. Over the left line to bleachers. A ball and a strike to Katayama. Then in the 2nd inning, it was 2 triples and a double. The 1-1. Misses inside at the ankles. Goes with an off-speed pitch. 2 balls and 1 strike to the 3rd baseman, lefty bat of Stahl Katayama. In the motion, the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Chases the high heater. Morris looking for strikeout number 5, the 2-2. A weakly hit ball right side, out of play. Bounces in the dirt of the dugout down the right field line where the Corvallis Knights pitchers warm up. No one warming up right now. On the other side, Jay-Sean Unger has looked dominant through 2 innings, giving up just 1 base hit. Morris looking to put him away on 2-2, the pitch. Misses just a touch inside. 78 right on the black. Doesn't get the call from Gabe Norbert. So the count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch. Poked left field, out of play. So we'll do it again with nobody on, nobody out. on a beautiful day for baseball here in Walla Walla, Washington. Sweets trail 4-0. Blue skies, trees out in left, center, and right field, glistening in the golden sunlight. The payoff pitch. On the ground, right side of the infield, Stuyvesant gloves at the shoe tops. A quick flip to first base in time. Out number 1. Braden Mondo steps in. Struck out swinging his last time up. Mondo, Hawaii Hilo University, pitch. Fastball misses low in the dirt, ball 1. Mondo with a bright blue bat as he squeezes it with his white batting gloves. I'd say 85% of the guys across the West Coast League working with the all-black bat, as the 1-0 misses low and inside at the ankles. Mondo does his best impression of happy feet, gets out of the way. 2 balls and no strikes. Time is called as Owen Estabrook walks out and says hi to Trey Morse. So does manager Colby Waterlow and the rest of the infield. Morse now hunched over. And he's going to get looked at by the trainer. Hopefully he's all right. Coming off of the mound, seemed to slip a touch. Missed well inside to the righty bat of Braden Mondo for a reason. Kind of fell towards the home plate. Didn't have any control, and now he's talking it up. Hopefully he's all right. It's been one of the better starters for the Sweets this whole season. Walla Walla's starting pitching has gotten exponentially better, and that's it. Trey Morse's day is done. Holding his right elbow, he slowly walks towards the dugout. A small ovation here at Borleske, and it looks like Nakoa Moses Camara is going to step in on short relief notice. He's going to have to go a few innings. Trey Morse done after 2 1/3, gives up 4 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, and we'll take a break. Be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Drew Albaugh alongside Dom Cadiz, another edition of Players Roundup. Dom, Drew Albaugh with manager of
just going to continue to get better. Yeah, obviously great outing for him last time, so hopefully he's able to ride that momentum, come in feeling strong, and yeah, I think hopefully he goes out and sets the tone. Great outing last time out, and so yeah, there's been a little bit of up and down. You get that when you've got a young guy like Trey on the mound, and that's expected. And so now I think does he continue to make progress? Does he continue to get better as the summer goes on? And I think this is going to be an awesome test to see where he's at.
In general, once we start talking about the starting pitching a week or so ago, it's gotten significantly better. Do you think guys are maybe starting to find that groove a little bit? Yeah,
I think finding our groove. I think Bend was a bit of an anomaly as a group, and so yeah, since that, being able to settle back in, kind of get us off to some good starts on the mound. I think it's great to see. You know, we knew that we had that kind of talent all the way through the starting rotation, through our bullpen, and so it's good to see the guys stepping up, doing what we know they're capable of, and yeah, I think it was just trying to getting back to the basics, not trying to press, not trying to do too much when they had the ball in their hands. It's just, hey, go out and compete, do what's brought you success up to this point, and good things tend to happen.
I'd love to talk about a couple of specific guys on the team. You look at a guy like Trevor T. The average has started to fall the last couple of weeks, but you still see him produce in various other ways. 4 stolen bases. Mm-hmm. He came in with 4. You know, coming into Calix, leaves with 8. How big has he been defensively? Can play the outfield, can play infield. even when maybe the hits aren't falling.
Yeah, he's doing everything that we could need him to do and more. You know, he's stepping into positions that we need him to play. He's coming through in finding ways to create runs. He's finding ways to produce runs when we need it. And so it's great to have guys like that you can count on. Hey, maybe the average isn't as, you know, where we thought it would be when he started out as hot as he did. And you know, I think there's still plenty of season for him to kind of get that going as well. But you know, I think that's what it comes down to is, hey, are you finding a way to help us win baseball games, even if you're not clicking at, you know, your top gear? You know, I think he's doing a great job of that.
Billy scowled a fair yesterday, a few big base hits, one out to the wall to score one of the Sweets' first runs. Hitless up until that point in the series, double play ground out in the 9th inning, game number 1. How big is it to kind of flush that, you get the off day, and then come out and do what he did yesterday?
Yeah, that was awesome to see. I think Billy needed that one. We were all excited for him to have a multi-hit game like that. He did an excellent job. You know, he's another guy who's been hitting the ball hard. The results haven't been what he's wanted them to be. They haven't shown and been indicative of the progress and the process that he has been invested in to continue to get better. And so we saw that a little bit yesterday, which was awesome. And so hopefully you can keep that going into this weekend.
Dom Cadiz, right field yesterday.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know, not out of nowhere necessarily, but the first time we've seen that this season. Do you maybe continuously want to see that throughout the season with, you know, the outfield depth not being super strong here for the Sweets?
Yeah, I think it's trying to teach versatility, trying to give guys opportunity to expand their skill set. And so for Dom, you know, that was a spot
good,
that, yeah, it's a spot that he's played before in the outfield. And so it's been a few years since he's played regularly there. And so just gave him an opportunity to get his feet wet, try to add that to under his tool belt. And yeah, he's done a great job when we've asked him to go out there. And
Thanks for hanging around. Trey Morse's day is done. Hopefully he's all right. He leaves the game early with some sort of apparent injury, and in steps Nakoa Moses Gamera, the righty arm, local out of Walla Walla Community College. Faces Braden Mondo with 2 balls and no strikes, 1 out. The 2-0. Popped up, right field. Dom Cadiz ranges under it, camps and makes the play, and straight away right. Number 2. Nakoa Moses Gamera, 1 pitch and 1 out. And up steps Maverick Russell. He flew out to right field as well, his last time up. The lefty bat, one of the cooler names that has entered Borleske, Maverick. And it's spelled M-A-V-E-R-E-C-K. Say K. The first pitch. Fastball scrapes the outer black, 0-1. The UCLA commit stands at just 6 feet tall. The pitch. Owen misses inside. I say just 6 feet because then he scrunches his body down in the batter's box, maybe another 6 inches or so. A very small batting stance with his legs out wide. The 1-1. Misses inside with a fastball. Clocking in at 88 miles an hour for Nakoa. 2 balls and 1 strike. Leans in and gets the sign. Moses Gamera working with a 2-seam fastball, a slider, and a changeup. The pitch. Misses away. Estabrook can't squeeze the pearl. And it's ball number 3. 3 balls and 1 strike. Moses Gamera has allowed just 6 walks this whole season and 22 innings pitched. His control has been elite. Capital E on that. 2 outs. Hitters count pitch. Fastball hits top rail. 87. Middle upstairs quadrant. 3 balls and 2 strikes with nobody on. Sweets looking for their first clean inning here in the top of the 3rd, trailing 4-0, 2 outs, the payoff pitch. A slow roller over towards second base. Stuyvesant fields it on a couple of hops. The toss to first base, squeezed by Kern in time, out 3. A 1-2-3 inning. Trey Morse goes down after getting up the first out of the game. Nakoa Moses Gamera, the cleanup man, gets 2, and we move on to the bottom of the 3rd. The Sweets still searching for their first run, trailing 4-0 on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
After we roll to the bottom of the third inning, Sweets trail 4-0 against the Corvallis Knights. Jay-Sean Unger cruising out on the mound through 2 innings, facing just 7 batters. Andrew Demenu, Billy Scalaferri, the 8-9-hole hitters, and Landon Young, the leadoff bat for the Sweets, all due up. Walla Walla, just 1 hit back in the second frame. Owen Estabrook doubles. Andrew Demenu steps in, his 5th straight game in the starting lineup. Playing left field today out of Lynn Benton Community College. The first pitch on the way. Fastball hits the lower outside corner, 0-1. Demenu originally on a 10-day contract. Since then, it's been extended to a full year, commuting up from Pendleton, the 0-1. Popped up right side, slowly hooking out of play as it hits the bleachers. No balls and 2 strikes to Demenu. Sweets trail 4-0 against the Corvallis Knights. Was talking to Andrew Demenu before the game about how everyone wore the big bucket hats that they're giving out for free today. As the 0-2 rung him up, top rail, strike 3. 84 miles an hour. Demenu goes down on 3 pitches. Strikeout number 2 for Jay-Sean Unger, and in steps Billy Scalaferri. Everyone was wearing those bucket hats pre-game while they were doing their bullpen sessions, batting practice. Everyone wearing them, the reverse bucket hats. They're pretty cool looking. He says that, you know, it may seem small as the first pitch, a swing and a miss. Scalaferri goes right through the heater, 91 top rail. Nasty for strike number 1. It may seem small, but the flexibility that manager Colby Waterlow allows these guys to just have fun is the kick in the deal. Misses upstairs, goes back with the fastball, a ball and a strike. Unmatched, 1 of 1, but yet still structured. There's still a mutual respect between the coaches and the players. It's not lax, but there is room for having fun. As the 1-1 curveball almost clips Scalaferri's shoulder, and it did. A delayed call from Gabe Nobert, home plate umpire. Burke Knight, manager for the Corvallis Knights, walks out and has a quick conversation. It just clipped Scalaferri. In fact, it barely hit him so much that Ian Fernandez hung on to the baseball. So the lineup turns around to Landon Young. Young flew out to right field his last time up. Incoming freshman. At University of Washington, Landon Young is putting together a real nice season for the Sweets, hitting over 300 on the year. Good for 3rd best amongst all qualified Sweets. A righty bat facing the righty Jay-Sean Unger, with Scalaferri at first. Takes a lead, the pitch on the way. Slider misses outside. A ball and no strikes. Landon Young has the MLB logo as his phone screensaver. Reminds him every day of what the end goal is. 1 out, the 1-0. Fastball clips the outer black. Count evens up, a ball and a strike. Young, a highly touted prospect, initially committed to Texas Christian University. The Horned Frog since has switched his commitment, now at the University of Washington with 1 gone. Scalaferri a lead at first. The 1-1 misses away. Scalaferri took a few steps over to second base before deciding to trail back to first. 2 balls and 1 strike. Landon Young, originally out of Redlands University. Plenty of speed on the base paths if he gets there. The 2-1 pitch is clocked out towards left field, gets down in fair territory. Mondu comes up with it. Scalaferri around second base. He heads to third. The throw, tag applied, got him. Landon Young heads into second base. Scalaferri tries to go first to third on a line drive double down the left field line. And the Swedes give a free out away. 2 gone. Bottom of the 3rd inning, Swedes trail the Knights 4-0, and up steps Tanner Kern for the 2nd time. Grounded out to short his last time up. The lefty bat in the transfer portal, redshirted at Sacramento State last season. 2 outs. The righty steal. Fastball whistles away. 1-0. Against a team like the Knights, can't be giving away free outs on the base paths. That's for sure, especially when you're already in a 4-0 hole. 2 outs, 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Well out in front of an off-speed pitch. Looped and clipped the outer black according to TrackMan. Now, of course, it doesn't matter if Tanner Kern swings the bat. It's a strike either way. 2 outs, a ball and a strike. Landon Young at second base takes the lead. 1-1. Flied left side. This is playable. Slowly looping and gets out of play, rather. A little premature there. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Sometimes you got to make a judgment call out of the bat. You know, 95% of the time I'm right. Once in a while I'll lead you guys astray. Hope you guys forgive me. 2 outs. Tanner Kern's trying to be right on this pitch. Behind 1 and 2. Jay-Sean Unger steps off. 2 strikeouts on the day, both swinging, 1 in the 2nd. Led off with Andrew Deminu, a backwards get. 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch. Laced left field right at Katayama. Third baseman doesn't have to move as he makes the play at his chest. Out number 3. The Swedes still without a run. Leaves 1 on. Scalaferri gets caught on third. Just like that, we head to the top of the 4th inning. Corvallis Knights on top 4-0 of the Walla Walla Swedes on the Walla Walla Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Swedes trail 4-0 against the Corvallis Knights. Roll to the top of the 4th. In steps Ian Fernandez for the 2nd time. The righty catcher facing Nakoa Moses Camaras, first offering. Fastball hits the outside black, 0-1. Moses Gamera comes in for Trey Morse after leaving the game early back in the third frame, holding his right arm on the way out. The 0-1. Misses high. Count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike. Yesterday I got to talk to Nakoa on Players Roundup. You can catch that on our Walla Walla Sweets YouTube channel. Talked about his commitment to Walla Walla as the 1-1 is crushed out towards deep left center field. This has a chance to get out. Demonu looks up and it's gone. Fernandez gets an absolute hold of it out towards left center. Off the bat, there was a chance. 99 miles an hour, 363 feet out towards left center. And the Sweets now trail the Knights 5-0.
Well, first baseman number 5, Gavin Brubaker.
Up steps Gavin Brubaker, doubled his last time up. Sweets now in a hole. 5-0. The pitch. Fastball yanked away for ball number 1. Moses Gamera, originally out of Hawaii, lived there his whole life before committing to Walla Walla Community College. So you got to think, how did that come to be? It's the 1-0. Popped up. This stays in the infield. A rainmaker for Scalda Ferry. He camps at the cut of the grass, makes the play. Out number 1. Now there was a rumor that went around that he committed to Walla Walla Community College because he liked the name Walla Walla. I confronted him on that. He said he does like the name Walla Walla, and it was a factor. And I mean, to even be a factor to have a cool name is kind of crazy in my eyes. But whatever floats your boat, Nakoa. But what he really said, it was one of just 2 schools that gave him an offer. As the righty deal to Wilson, misses up and inside. It almost hit him. Wilson does the limbo and gets out of the way. Under an 89-mile-per-hour heater. Probably felt the wind off of that one on his chin. 1 out, 1-0. From the stretch, the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. The real reason he committed to Walla Walla Community College, he went to a camp in Hawaii to show off his skills senior year. This was right before he graduated. It's the 1-1. Popped left side out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. What ended up happening, Walla Walla Community College really liked what they saw, despite he threw less than 10 innings his entire high school career. 10 at the, at any level. JV varsity, the 1-2. Slider misses away, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Think about that, less than 10 innings. He already has double that here this summer with the Sweets. But he's a big frame, 6'4", the righty arm. He got a look, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's exactly why. 83 down and away. Right over it, and there's 2 gone. Brock Kettleson steps in. 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout, swinging back in the second, a single back in the first. When he told me that, I was baffled. Are you serious? Nakoa, you had, I threw a few innings in high school. I wasn't even a pitcher, the first pitch. Fastball misses up and away. Now, granted, it was in junior varsity baseball, so I don't know how much that counts. But he told me it was JV varsity. He threw under 10 pitches. 2 outs, the 1-0. A slow cue shot up the middle. Landon Young fields it, throws a strike into the chest of Tanner Kern in time, out 3. A home run off the bat of Ian Fernandez, 1 base hit. Knights put 1 across, now on top 5-0 over the Sweets on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network. We'll be back right after this to the bottom of the 4th inning on the other side.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest. You are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium to the bottom of the fourth frame. Sweets trail 5-0. The first pitch to Cadiz. It's the inner third, 0-1. A 91-mile-per-hour fastball. Unger continues to throw gas. Throwing upper 80s to start the game has only increased his velocity as the ball game's rolled on. The 0-1. Laced, a one bouncer over to Katayama. A backhand field, a fire. In time, out one. One gone. Up steps Owen Estabrook. Estabrook with one of two base hits that the Sweets have amassed today. A double from Landon Young in the third, and a double from Owen Estabrook in the second frame. One around to third with one out. Could not get sent home. One gone, the first pitch. Slider misses away 1-0. Estabrook out of Columbia University. Twirls his all black bat around a few times. One out. The 1-0. A weak hit fly ball, right side, slicing foul. Hits off the bright blue bleachers. A few kids dressed in rainbow colors all go scrounging for the baseball. And an older lady grabs it. Look at that. Tosses it to a young fan. A win-win. One out, one ball, one strike. The pitch. Curveball misses in. Now, am I crazy to say, if I went to a baseball game and got a foul ball, I'm keeping it. I mean, you know, I was a kid once. And I didn't like when fans gave me balls. I wanted to get it as the pitch misses up and in. 3 balls and a strike to Estabrook. The fun in getting balls isn't having someone hand it to you. It's the chase, the thrill of getting a foul ball, getting the toss-up from a player. That's fine. But from another fan, the pitch on the way. Misses low and outside, ball 4. Owen Estabrook takes the base. Up steps Nate Stuyvesant. Sweets trail 5-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Stuyvesant grounded out to second base his last time up. Out of Stanford University. Didn't play a ton with Stanford last year. A righty bat. Steps in. The first offering on the way. Misses outside. 1-0. With Estabrook at first base. Not the most dangerous runner on the base paths. He can move, though, for a catcher. I'll give him that. One gone. 1-0. Chopped over towards third. Katayama flings it to second for one. On to first base. A pick and an out. Brubaker, a short hop squeeze at first base. And it's a 5-4-3 double play. That ends the fourth frame. We move to the top of the fifth. On one walk, no base hits, no errors. Sweets trail 5-0 on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
All year long.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest, you are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Sweets trail 5-0, and we move to the top of the fifth. Stepping in, Thomas Ferragero, the pitch. Fastball misses away 1-0. Nakoa Moses Camara still out there on the hill for the Sweets. His curly brown locks flowing behind his dark blue W2 hat, the 1-0. Fastball misses up and away, 2 balls and no strikes. Ferragero 2 for 2 on the day with a single and a triple back in the second. Those locks out of the back of Nakoa Moses Camara, those have been 2 years in the making. The 2-0 scrapes the outer corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Told me it started out as a buzz cut, just let it run wild, now down a little bit past his shoulders. No outs, the kick, and the deal. Chopped left side foul. Deadened by the foul territory grass over and left. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Moses Camara with brown hair, but there's some streaks of gold blonde type hair. And I said, did you dye it? He said no. The righty's deal on 2-2. Just misses away. And boy, that was close. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Told me it just naturally dyes itself in kind of those types of patterns where it looks like it could be intentional in the sunlight. Pretty good strength there. Payoff pitch. Misses outside, ball 4. Thomas Ferragero reaches on a walk. His 3rd time touching base. And up steps Antonio Castro.
Antonio Castro.
Castro 0 for 2 on the day. A strikeout swinging back in the second frame. Flew out to center field back in the first. Moses Camara grips the baseball in his right palm, gets the sign, the pitch on the way. Fastball misses up and away for ball 1. 1-0. With Ferragero at first base, Sweets trail 5-0 against the Knights. A beautiful day for baseball here in Walla Walla. Nobody on. The 1-0 pitch. Chopped left side. It's snared by Nate Stuyvesant, and he loses it in the outfield grass. Had it in his glove for a moment. Ran away from him just a touch. Had it in his glove, and then as he tried to transfer it to his hand, flipped out over his body and trickled in to the alleyway just a touch. So now there's runners on first and second base for Stall Katayama. 2-1, Katayama, a single back in the first frame. Grounded out in the third. The pitch. Crushed, center field. Guile moving under it, makes the play at his left hip. Throws it in, diving into third base safely without a throw for Ferragero. Castro stays put at first, and there's bases, rather runners on the corners. One gone.
Braden Mondo.
Braden Mondo hitting .218 on the season. Despite the low average, he's actually second on the team with 14 RBI. A productive situational hitter out of the University of Hawaii Hilo. The righty bat taps his bright blue barrel on the plate a few times. Ready for the first deal. Fastball misses inside, 1-0. Moses Camara clocking in at 87 miles an hour. Fondue, the incoming senior, plenty of experience. Camara clocking in at 87 miles an hour. Fondue. On this Corvallis team. 1 out. 1-0. Fastball tickles the outside edge. Just gets the pitch. A ball and a strike. Moses Camara has been thrusted into this long reliever role after Trey Morse goes down back in the third frame. And out. 1 ball and a strike. The righty steal on the way. Runner takes off. Flared right side. Dom Cadiz in foul territory, sprints and makes the play right above the dugout. The toss goes over to second base, not in time. Ferragero tags and takes home, so the Sweets now trail 6-0. Castro took second base. Dom Cadiz did not think he was going to, kind of floated the ball into second. 2 gone. Up steps Maverick Russell. 0 for 2 on the day, the lefty bat. The delivery. Misses up and away, 1-0. Russell, the UCLA commit. Incoming freshman. Dom Cadiz in right field, incoming freshman UCLA commit as well. The pitch. Misses outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Foes today, friends tomorrow. Dom Cadiz, Maverick Russell. 4 years await them. 2 outs. Young flashes back to second base, throws tag applied. Castro gets back in time. Dom Cadiz expected to be drafted in a week or so. Now, will he go to the MLB? Unsure. We'll have to see what happens. 2 outs, 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Fastball misses away, 3 balls and no strikes. Now, if he does get drafted, he'd have to leave the Sweets organization. Would not be ideal for Walla Walla this summer, losing statistically their best hitter. So all you Sweets fans, let's hope Dom a prosperous long career, but also that he, of course, stays with the team this summer. 2 outs, 3-0. Right down Main Street, 3 balls and a strike to Russell. 9 RBI on the season. Looking for number 10. The 3-1 is blasted out towards center field, right at Gunnar Guile. Jogs and makes the play. A smooth catch out in center by Guile, and that ends the top of the 5th. We roll on to the bottom of the frame. Corvallis strikes yet again on just the 1 base hit. Leaves 1 on. Sweets trail 5-0 on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Strong here for the Sweets?
Yeah, I think it's trying to teach versatility, trying to give guys opportunity to expand their skill set. And so for Dom. You know, that was a
That's
spot
pretty good,
that,
I thought.
yeah, it's a spot that he's played before in the outfield, and so it's been a few years since he's played regularly there, and so just gave him an opportunity to get his feet wet, try to add that to his under his tool belt, and yeah, he's done a great job when we've asked him to go out there, and don't be surprised if you see it again.
There you go. How big of it to a psyche of a team when you're playing a really good squad like Corvallis is game number one, is the opening game to start out on the right foot, even if you don't win, to make it competitive, to say, look guys, we're right there with them.
Yeah, I think it's really important. Obviously, you want to get off to a strong start in every series, especially when you're playing at home, but there is an aspect of, hey, like, let's make sure, like, these guys, hey, let's show them,
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium, Sweets Trail 5-0 against the Corvallis Knights as Troy Sanders steps in, faces Jashawn Unger for the second time. The pitch, swing and a miss, right over a heater that crackles over the inside corner. 0-1. Sanders, his last time up, struck out swinging back in the second frame. The righty bat, designated hitter today, out of Grand Canyon University, faces the righty's deal. Chopped right back up the middle. Blake Wilson takes it on a couple of hops, throws to first, in time, out one. Troy Sanders flying up the line. Just gets beat, and it brings up Gunnar Guile. Geyer, the lefty bat, one of just two left-handed hitters in the Sweets lineup. Walla Walla has just two left-handed hitters on the team in general. This is all you got, Tanner Kern and Gunnar. Grounded out to short his last time up. The first pitch on the way. Shows bunt, pulls away, fastball misses low. 1 ball and no strikes. Guile hitting 200 on the season. The 1-0. Cranked out towards center field. Brock Heddleson has a nice read and makes the play at his right hip. Out 2. A quick 2 outs. And in steps Andrew Demanu. Demanu struck out looking his last time up on 3 pitches. Out of Lynn Benton College. Pre-game, I was talking to him about making the adjustment, facing all of these D1 guys, as the righty's deal is on the way. Fastball scrapes the inner edge, 0-1 at 90 miles an hour. He said it's similar, just everything seems to be a little bit faster. And the other main difference is the off-speed pitches from these D1 guys consistently find the strike zone, where at Lynn Benton it wasn't the case. The 0-1. Chopped over towards the left side of the infield, in between Wilson and Katayama. Can't make the play, slowly skates into Mondo's glove in left field. And Andrew Damanu checks in with a 2-out single. There was the off-speed pitch that found the zone, and Andrew Demanu just kept his hands back, chopped it to left. Right in between a diving Blake Wilson and Stahl Katayama at short and third, and up steps Billy Scaldaferri. Told me at Lynn Benton, Demanu would never offer at off-speed pitches unless it was middle. That was not, and you see some of that adjustment being made as he continues to go deeper. The pitch. Fastball crackles over the outside corner, 0-1. Scaldaferri walked his last time up. Yesterday's ball game, a multi-hit day. In the motion, the pitch. Misses low. Count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike to Scaldaferri. Out of Grand Canyon University. Teammates and great friends with Troy Sanders. Led off the inning with a ground out to short. 2 outs, a ball and a strike. Outside in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Scaldaferri steps out. grips his dark charcoal bat with bright red batting gloves as he taps home plate. Demanu a lead over at first base. With 2 gone, Sweets trail 5-0. The pitch popped up, right side, slowly slicing out of play. It hits the concourse and knocks a drink down off of a rail. A Coors Light bites the dust, oh no. And a man in the pink shirt grabs it anyways and sips it off the floor. He was walking in the concourse. That's not even his beer. He's still drinking it. And throws it out in the right side of the concourse. There you go. That's a guy that knows how to have a fun time. A long time, not too sure. A fun time? Definitely. 2 outs, 2-2. Fastball misses up and in. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. With Andrew Demanu at first base. Sweets trail 5-0 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Jay-Sean Unger throwing an absolute gem out on the hill. Sweets still haven't gotten to him. 2 outs. The payoff pitch on the way. Runner takes off. Curveball misses up and inside. Demanu out to second. Scaldaferri works a walk for the 2nd time today, and the lineup turns around for Landon Young. Landon Young doubled his last time up, one of just 3 base hits on the day. Owen Estabrook a double in the 2nd, Young a double in the 3rd, and he just recently heard a single in the 5th inning off the bat of Andrew Demanu, and the first meeting out on the hill all day long between Ian Fernandez, catcher for the Corvallis Knights, and Jay-Sean Unger. Manager for the Knights, Caleb Knight. What are the odds of that? Knights and Knights. It was meant to be. Been the head man for over 20 years with Corvallis. 2 outs. Brings up Landon Young, the righty bat. A peek at second, the pitch. Fastball runs up and in. Young leans his head back, takes ball number 1 with 2 gone. Sweets still trying to scratch the scoreboard here on the bottom of the 5th. Trail 5-0. Unger gets the sign and comes set with his bright red mitt, covering the ball. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Landon Young uncorked one out of his shoes. That swing. Looking for his first homer of the year. Fastball top rail, just missed it. A ball and a strike. 2 outs. Scaldaferri at first, Demanu at second. Peaks at second, the righty steal. Flared out towards left field, right at Braden Mondeau. He camps in straightaway left, makes the play at his left shoulder, and it's out number 3. Sweets leave 2 on 1 base hit, no errors. Walla Walla still trails 5-0. Jay-Sean Unger is dealing out on the mound. We head to the top of the 6th on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest, you are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, What do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Brooke Knight, manager for the Corvallis Knights. Thanks so much, Cameron Martin in the chat. I did have that written down. My phone was partially blocking it, and for some reason I had Caleb in my mind. It's on me, hands up. First pitch for Moses Camara. Fastball is chopped over towards left. Scaldaferri fields at the knees. A toss to the knees of Tanner Kern as he squeezes for out number 1. Down goes Ian Fernandez, and up steps Gavin Brubaker, the 9-hole hitter. If I ever get anything wrong, please let me know in the chat. Also, while you're listening to me, you might as well say subscribe. Carmen Martin gave me a nice tip. Thanks so much. The pitch. Fastball over the outside third. 0-1 with 1 gone. The pitch. Curve misses inside. All ball and a strike with 1 gone. Knights on top, 6-0. They're in the 6th frame. Arms warming up down the right field line. The righty steal. Chopped off his own foot. A huge reaction from Brubaker. Some Baltimore chop right back up. Potentially might have even hit his chin on the way up. Kind of flailed his head backwards towards his backside of his upper neck. Hopefully he's all right. Brubaker's put himself together a nice day, 1 for 2 with a double, scored back in the 2nd frame. A quick break as he slowly takes a couple of practice swings. Once again, let's hope he's all right. Brubaker out of Northwest Nazarene University, hitting .330 with the Knights this season. Good for 2nd best on the team. 30 base hits, that's also 2nd best. Out of the University Place, Washington. 1 out, a ball and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way from Moses Camara. Is smoked on the ground over towards short. Landon Young feels at the shoe tops. Fling to first in time, out 2. So used to saying the University of blank, the University of X, of Y, of Z. When I just get University Place Washington, tripped me up. And that's from a guy that lived in University Place back in the day, over in Tacoma. Now live in the north side of TAC when I'm over there on the west side of the state. Moses Camara taps his left foot. The first pitch on the way to Wilson. Scrapes the upper edge of the zone. 0-1. Wilson's 2 for 3 on the day. A single and a triple back in the 1st and the 2nd inning. A strikeout swinging back in the 4th. The pitch. Fastball misses low and away. 1-1. Diamond in full shade. The sun continues to set down the right field line. Trees in left, center, and right field glistening in the sunlight. 2 outs, the 1-1. Fastball misses low and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. It was a scorcher today. It's starting to finally cool down here in Walla Walla. 82 degrees. It was up to 91 at one point. 2 outs. The 2-1 pitch. Another roller, third base side, bounces on the chalk. Scaldaferri fields it in foul territory. We'll do it again. 2-2, 2 gone. It doesn't get any cooler. Here's the next 10-day forecast in Walla Walla. Now, I've been told it gets hot, but on the 4th of July, it didn't even reach 70 degrees, so I was starting to think if people were making this up. No, they're not. Tomorrow, 94. Last game of the series, 97 degrees, all sunshine. And in the next 10 days, everything is 86 degrees or higher, with it mostly being in the 90s for all but 2 days. Straight sunlight here in Walla Walla. Even at night, it's still in the 70s. My goodness. 2 outs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Popped up in the infield. Left side, camping under Scaldaferri in the dirt, makes the play. Out 3. Nakoa Moses Camara is heated up as well. The sunlight in Walla Walla and Moses Camara has one thing in common. They are on fuego. Sweets trail 6-0. We head to the bottom of the 6th frame on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
And out on the hill, 41. Back into Borleske Stadium. Tanner Kern leads us off here in the bottom of the 6th. Sweets trails 6-0, still searching for that offense. Just 3 base hits in today's ball game. New pitcher out on the hill taking over for Jayshawn Unger, who was absolutely dominant. Goes through 5, gives up no earned runs. As Douglas comes set, the pitch on the way, misses inside. Tanner Douglas, the lefty arm, facing the lefty bat of Tanner Kern. Douglas, the incoming senior out of Oregon State University, the southpaw. Pitch misses low and away, a 90-mile-an-hour heater, 2 balls and no strikes. Jayshawn Unger, absolutely dominant out on the hill. Just a couple of strikeouts, but played to his defense, got the job done. 2-0. Scrapes the outer edge. First strike for Douglas, 2 balls and 1 strike. Tanner Kern 0 for 2 on the day. The lefties deal. Misses just a tick inside. 3 balls and 1 strike. Douglas, a 0-point ERA in 6 innings pitched. 3 balls, 1 strike. The 3-1 on the way. Fastball catches the outside corner. On the lower rail, and the count moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Douglas with 8 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched, just 2 walks and 2 hits. Facing the West Coast League All-Star, Tanner Kern, the 3-2. Does not offer on a pitch that misses low, ball 4. Tanner Kern draws a walk. And here in the 6th inning, up steps Dom Cadiz with the runner on. As Tanner Kern flicked his bat to Dom Cadiz. They're both using the same black bat. Over in Yakima Valley, a little over a week ago, Dom Cadiz broke his bat. Since then, has just been using Tanner's. We'll have to see if the West Coast League All-Star leader in average as the first pitch. A swing and a foul tip back into the netting. 0-1 as it goes off of Fernandez's chest plate. We'll see if he can afford to buy a bat at some point, or maybe someone gifts him one, who knows. Or if he just continues to be buddies with Tanner and share his bat. I talked to Dom Cadiz today on a Players Roundup featuring Cadiz. You can check that out on the Walla Walla Sweets YouTube channel. Current lead at first. The 0-1. Missiles up and outside. A ball and a strike. Talked about their friendship, how close they are. How they definitely have some brotherly love. You know, make fun of each other a little bit, but also love each other deep down. The 1-1. Fly to right side, slicing out of play as it hits the concourse, trampolines into the bleachers. About 15 rows up. A fan catches it on the bounce. A ball and 2 strikes to Cadiz. Hitting .380 on the season, leads the Sweets, leads the West Coast League. He's 0 for 2 today. Incoming freshman out of UCLA. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Flared back behind the netting, just gets a piece of a breaking ball. Out of play, a ball and 2 strikes. This is exactly the reason why you join the West Coast League. As an incoming freshman, 18 years old, one of the top prospects out of California. You're facing a guy out on the hill from Oregon State, incoming senior, the 1-2. A slow cue shot right back up the middle. Douglas fields and fires to second for 1. On to first base, squeezes it in time. And it's a quick 2 gone. Trey Swigert taking over for Gavin Brubaker at first base. A backhand play right at his ankles. And there's 2 gone. Momentum stifled, and up steps Owen Estabrook. This middle of the lineup, the best chance for the Sweets to really get something going offensively. Now there's 2 gone. Estabrook 1 for 1 on the day with the walk. The pitch. Fastball misses away to the righty bat of Estabrook. 1-0. Two outs. The pitch. Popped up right side, out of play. Slowly drifts higher and higher into the bright blue sky and out of frame. Lights turn on. 4 fixtures out in left center, right center, and down both lines as the sun continues to drop right side of the bleachers as the 1-1 misses. Oh, it hits the outside edge. A ball and 2 strikes. A nice pitch from Douglas. Trackman has it as a strike on the outer third. 90 miles an hour. Sweets trail 6-0. The pitch. That one does miss away. 2-2. Here in the bottom of the 6th frame with 2 gone. Nobody on. Owen Estabrook. A solo shot on the year. Let's see if we can get a hold of one here. The 2-2. Got him looking. Strike 3. 90 miles an hour. Lower rung. And we move to the top of the 7th after a 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th. The Sweets are shut down offensively. Corvallis has everything working on the other side on top 6-0, and we'll take a break. We'll be back right after this on the Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbotsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast, included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Suites catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
34, Bob Pendleton.
Welcome into Borleske Stadium, top of the 7th. The first pitch misses away. 1-0 to Brock Kettleson. The next offering. Fastball clips the outside corner. A ball and a strike, a new pitcher out on the hill, taking over for Nakoa Moses Gamera. Jacob Talbot, the righty arm out of Biola University. The pitch tails away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Sweets trails 6-0 here in the top of the 7th. Sky continues to darken as the sun is just about gone. Misses upstairs, 3 balls and a strike. Kettleson 1 for 3 on the day. A single back in the first frame, struck out swinging in the second, a ground out in the fourth. No outs, the 3-1. Down in the dirt, ball 4, a 5-pitch walk. Up steps Thomas Ferragero.
The second baseman, number 7, Thomas Ferragero.
Antonio Castro steps in on deck. With the Knights already on top, 6-0 here in the 7th. Jacob Talbot, the two-way player for the Sweets. Can do it on the mound, at the deck. The pitch on the way. Kettleson takes off, throw, misses up the line as Landon Young tried to apply the tag as he leaped over the diving Kettleson in time safely. The Knights lead the West Coast League in stolen bases. That's the 103rd stolen base on the season. First in the West Coast League. Sweets just above 40, sits bottom 3rd. No outs, the 1-0. Fastball piped over the outside 3rd. A ball and a strike. Here to Ferragero. 2 for 2 on the day with a walk, a single, and a triple. 1-1. Popped, left side, out of play. A ball and 2 strikes. Jacob Talbot with a 4.5 ERA in 12 innings pitched. 8 strikeouts, 5 walks. Offensively, amassed 36 at-bats when you combined non- and West Coast League play. In West Coast League play, 24 at-bats. A batting average of .292. Been effective, the 1-2. Misses a touch upstairs, outside at 85 miles an hour. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Talbot leans in and gets the sign from Owen Esterbrook behind the plate. No outs. The 2-2. Albaugh. Landon Young flashed back to second, the shortstop for the Sweets. At that same moment, so did Brock Kettleson. Because Kettleson went back to second base, Jacob Talbot, in his mind, maybe was going to step off to get him back there anyways. But when he saw that, said, all right, I'm throwing home. And, of course, that's not allowed. Called by Matthew Degree, bases umpire. 2-2. Just a tick upstairs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Talbot liked that pitch. He stands out on the mound in confusion. Gets the ball as he takes a deep breath in his right palm. Comes set at the belt. You can see his left forearm all tatted up. The pitch. Misses up and away. Ball 4. Talbot had him with 2 strikes. Gives him a couple of balls. Close misses.
All right,
Runners on the corners now for Antonio Castro. Owen Esterbrook calls time. Wants to talk it up with his battery mate, Jacob Talbot. And now manager of the Walla Walla Sweets, Colby Waterlow, also steps out. Sweets not out of it yet, down 6-0, but they're going to need some offensive spark. But first they got to get there. Here in the 7th frame, the Knights threatening, up 6-0. I'll take a quick trip around the West Coast League, why not, while this meeting is going on. In the bottom of the 7th frame, the Cowlitz Black Bears up 8-3 over the Nighthawks, and that's all I got scoreboard-wise. No, I don't think that's right. I think point streak is tripping, as the kids say. Let me get back to you on that. Table it, as they say. As I say. All right, there we go. I found it. I don't know what was up with that. In the bottom of the 6th frame, the Victoria Harbor Cats trailed the Kelowna Falcons 5-3. Top of the 6th, the Wenatchee Apple Sox tied up with the Night Owls 4 apiece. That's a good game over at Sirksman Stadium. Talbot takes a peek at first base and gets the sign from Esterbrook. Comes set, the pitch on the way. Fouled back. 0-1 to Antonio Castro. 1 for 3 on the day. A single back in the 5th frame. In the bottom of the 6th, the Marion Berries trailed the Springfield Drifters 9-5. That's a big scoreline for the Sweets. Could be battling with the Berries for one of those last wildcard spots when all is said and done. Drifters, on the other hand, near the bottom of the South as the 0-1 pitch. Flied high in the sky, left side. Moving under at Scaldaferri, and it just gets over and hits the ceiling of the Sweets dugout. Pinballs around the concourse. 0-2. Definitely keep an eye on that, but the Drifters well on their way to a win on top 9-5. In the top of the 7th frame, the Bend Elks beating the Yakima Valley Pippins 4-3. That's another close one that if the Pippins can flip the scoreline, it would help the Sweets out tremendously. Also help the Corvallis Knights out. 0-2. Chopped. Right side, gets past Stuyvesant, slowly trails into Cadiz's glove. 1 run scores, trailing into third base Faragoa without a throw. And it's an RBI single for Castro. Sweets now trail 7-0 in the 7th frame.
Number 24. Cole Katayama.
Still no outs, and it's been a death of 1,000 cuts. 1 run here, 2 runs there. 2 in the 1st and 2nd inning for the Corvallis Knights. Whenever I say death of 1,000 cuts, the 1 or 2 times I say it a year, that's not often, I always think of the Taylor Swift song. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Death by 1,000 cuts. And then the background's death by 1,000 cuts. It's a pretty good song. My sister always listened to it, and that's how I grew accustomed to it. A little bit of a Swiftie over here, I'm not going to lie, behind the mic. Whenever it comes up in the ballpark, I give it a listen. The pitch on the way. Runner takes off. Fake throw to second base, and the throw goes over to third. Caught in a pickle. Throw goes back to home. Talbot covers. Tag applied. Beat him. Faragoa gets caught trying to nab home on a pump fake throw to second base. Heads up play by Owen Esterbrook, the catcher for the Sweets. Certainly saves a run. Scoreline still stays put at 7-0. with 1 out, 1 ball, and 1 strike. And Stahl Katayama steps in still with a runner on third. While that was happening, Castor was booming it around as the next offering swirls in an off-speed pitch, 78, lower rung. Strike number 2 with 1 gone. Sun has set behind the right field bleachers. Out towards the outfield. A beautiful shade of blue. The next pitch is flown left side, out of play. 1-2 with 1 gone. Katayama. 1 for 3 on the day with the runner on third. Infield in for the Swedes. The pitch. Misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. All the way from Tanner Kern to Billy Scaldaferri, playing in at the grass. Landon Young, shortstop for the Swedes. A few steps in towards the mound. 1 out, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Talbot nods his head a few times as he gets the sign from Estabrook. Comes set, the pitch. Fly ball left field, right at Deminu. He ranges back, makes the play at his head. Tagging from third base, Antonio Castro. The throw comes in, not in time as it doesn't reach home plate. And the Knights tack on another one, now on top, 8-0.
From left fielder number 2, Braden Mondo.
This game has not gone the way the Sweets have wanted. Let's finish out those score lines. How about it? Bottom of the 7th inning. Riverhawks and Lefties in a close one in the North Division. Over at Civic Field, tied up at 2 apiece. Talbot in the motion, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, blew it by 86 top rail. 0-1. In the bottom of the 5th frame, the Bellingham Bells on top 5-3 over the North Paws. Bellingham, the West Coast League All-Star Game location happening next week. The 0-1. Misses low in the dirt. Estabrook can't pick it out. Count evens up, a ball and a strike. And in the bottom of the 4th frame, the Portland Pickles on top 2-1 over the Ridgefield Raptors. And as much as the Pickles irk me, it's a little homage to a gherkin, which is also a pickle. I know, corny. 1-1. And this is outside, 2 balls and 1 strike. Come on. If you're spending time with me this afternoon, rather turning into evening at this point, I'm allowed to crack a joke once in a while. But the Pickles actually winning is a good thing for everybody in the South. The 2-1. Roped out towards right center. Gunnar Guile on his horse. He ranges over his left shoulder. The ball bounces and hits the wall. Rounding first base and heading to second, Brendan Mondieu. And Mondieu reaches second base. He hits a little bit of a celly. 2 outs on second base. The celebration he hit is the viral celebration of, I believe it's Thai boat racing, where there's someone of smaller stature, seems to be usually a kid of some sort, out on the front of the boat, and they're not rowing or anything. They're just standing on the front, and they do their little hand motions. And that's what he was doing at second base. I do want to try it out. It seems pretty easy. Kind of get in the rhythm. First pitch. Misses outside, 1-0 to Maverick Russell, 0 for 3 on the day. Braden Mondieu, first hit of the ball game, so you wonder why he breaks it out. First time we've seen him on the base paths. Sweets trail 8-0. Top 7, 1-0. Scrapes the outside edge. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike with 2 outs. Sky turning into a beautiful gradient between a light blue towards the horizon in a pink. Caught in candy skies. 1-1. Curveball misses away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Here to Maverick Russell. Nine RBIs on the season. Looking for number 10 with a runner on second. The next offering is crushed out towards right field. If it stays fair, it'll be a run, and it is. Bounces into the corner. Cadiz grabs it. Rounding third and scoring, Braden Mondieu. And it's a double to put the Corvallis Knights on top 9-0 over the Walla Walla Sweets. Crushed it. 2 outs. Back-to-back double scores a run, and up steps Ian Fernandez. The righties deal. Curveball misses up and inside out of the palm of Jacob Talbot. 1 ball and no strikes. That clocks in at 74 miles an hour. A vertical break of 4 inches. 1-0. Goes with the heater, and it's tapped third base side. Scott LaFerry fields it at the belt. The toss across in time with a stretch and a squeeze from Tanner Kern. And it's out number 3. 7th inning stretch will stay right here as the Corvallis Knights put a couple across on a couple of hits. No errors. And we'll be back right after this. Walla Walla Sweets Radio Network.
Fans, a reminder that this is the last chocolate service at the beer garden, the Rancho Cider House, and the Home Plains Hangout. This is the last call for alcohol this evening. Fans, a reminder that first pitch tomorrow is scheduled for 4:35 because of the Whiskey Creek fan performance post-game.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at underwriterhondaofwallawalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Sweets trail 9-0. A blowout in the bottom of the 7th frame. In steps Nate Stuyvesant, faces the lefties deal on the way. Douglas's first pitch in there for a strike. Bottom rung, clocked in at 90 miles an hour. 0-1 to the Stanford bats. The pitch misses outside. Of course, it's not an actual Stanford colored bat or anything like that. All black bat. Stuyvesant goes to Stanford. Maybe that's the better way to put it. Sky continues to darken here at Walla Walla. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Swinging right through some high cheddar. Strike 2. The exits here in the 7th frame. Last call for alcohol, and they're out of here. In a blowout game, sometimes that's what happens. No outs, a ball and 2 strikes. Misses low, and the count runs even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coming into today's game, the Sweets 6-12 on the road as they lose 2 of 3 against the Black Bears. At home, Walla Walla has the kick in the deal. Check swing, did he go? He did not. Stuyvesant stays alive. Count runs full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Nobody out, nobody on bottom of the 7th. Sweets trail 9-0. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Nate Stuyvesant, and up steps Troy Sanders with 1 gone and nobody on. 6-12 on the road, like I said. He's won just 1 series on the road all season. It was the very first series of the year. Late May, Springfield Drifters, Walla Walla took 2 of 3. Now at home, it's been a completely different story. Coming into the game 12-3 in West Coast League play. As the first pitch is on the way, check swing fastball over the middle, down in the bottom third for 0-1. Has not lost a series at home. Perfect 5-0 in West Coast League play. 6-0 when you count the Northwest Stars series. The lefties deal. Another check swing. Fastball misses downstairs this time by just a touch. Sanders does not go around at a 90-mile-per-hour heater. And the count evens up 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 gone. A beautiful gradient in the sky, all the way from the left to the right. Pink into blue. 1 gone. The pitch on the way to Sanders is flared right side, just past Figueroa. Can't come up with it. Castro fields it at the ankles. And when you look at that, Troy Sanders with a single 1 out. 1 for 3 on the day. Sanders has sneakily put together a pretty nice season. Hitting over 260 on the year. Now, the big problem has been the strikeouts for Sanders. Something that was not the case over at Grand Canyon University. Top 5 in strikeouts with the Swedes. And up steps a pinch hitter, Hunter Comine, for Gunnar Guile in center field. The righty bat faces the lefty's deal outside 1-0. Comine out of Seattle University, still searching for his first base hit in a Sweets jersey. 1 out. The pitch. Fastball tickles the outside. Evens up a ball and a strike. From the stretch, the pitch. Another one misses away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Comine already with a trio of walks on the year, despite not having a base hit in 3 games. Entered for Gunnar Guile back in game number 1 over in Cowlitz. Guile went down due to injury as he dove for a ball in the outfield. The 2-1. Popped right side, over the netting and out of play. 90 miles an hour, well off the zone. Comine does a good job just to get any piece of the wood to it. So we'll do it again on 2-2 with 1 gone. Sanders, a baby lead at first base, now takes a slightly smaller lead. The pitch misses outside, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Sweets trying to get on the board, down 9-0. Here in the bottom of the 7th frame on Bucket Hat Giveaway Day. 500 bucket hats to the first 500 fans. The payoff pitch. Misses well away, gets past Fernandez, and Comine reaches base yet again via the walk. 2 on for Andrew Demanu. I say the first 500 fans, really the first 460, because every single Sweets player now owns a bucket hat. And I will say, including myself as well, I did get one. They're nice. They're nice bucket hats on the outside. Now they're reversible, which is really the thing that appeals my interest. Wheatland Bakery, the sponsor. Dark blue navy with the Sweets logo in the front. The next offering to Damanu scrapes by the outside corner. 0-1. Now the other side, all white with Sweet Lou logos all over it. Dotted around like polka dots. 1 out, the lefty's deal on the way. Misses outside. A ball and a strike. Bottom of the lineup here, trying to pull through. Put the Sweets on the board. You just never know in baseball. It's not a time limit sport. You got 27 outs. Might as well make everyone count. The 1-1. Popped over the netting and out of play. A ball and 2 strikes as it goes back, hits the concourse, and it's hauled in by a fan. He was all smiles, made the catch nice and easy. Over in Seattle, the Sweets knock off the Detroit Tigers. Rather, it was in Detroit, but did knock off the Tigers as the 1-2, a swing and a miss. Right over a 77-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch. 2 outs. Up steps Billy Scaldaferri, the 9-hole hitter. Cal Raleigh, catcher for the Mariners. If you don't know Cal, you might be living under a rock. I hate to break it to you. And if you are, please don't invite me to your house because rocks aren't comfortable. 2 on, 2 outs, the pitch. Fastball just hits the upstairs outside corner. Oof, what a pitch. 0-1. Cal, 2 homers, including a grand slam. Just continues to tear up the baseball. Scaldaferri, 2 walks on the day. 0-1. Outside. 2 walks, 2 homers, tomato, right? A ball and a strike. I will say, a walk, I still feel like it's undervalued. I was talking to Leo Rivera, third base coach for the Sweets, about statistics in baseball, and he's a total feel guy. 2 outs, the 1-1, misses up high, 2 balls and a strike. No, of course, he doesn't deny the statistics, but he likes to use what he sees with his eyes, and I totally think that should be most of baseball, but there's always the underlying factors. And walks, for example, in 80% of situations, the exact same value as a single, the 2-1. Fly back into the netting, a foul ball. First strike, number 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Great movie Moneyball about the Oakland A's in their early 2000s. Kind of really discover this topic further if you want to check it out. Start of the analytic error. The pitch. Roped out towards right center field. This gets down into the alleyway. 1 run scores as Sanders heads around third. Hunter Comine gets the wave around third base. He's huffing and puffing, touches home, and Billy Scaldaferri comes through with a 2 RBI double. Sweets trail 9-2 in the bottom of the 7th. Two gone, and the lineup turns around. This is what I'm talking about. 27 outs for a reason. Now you got Landon Young, Tanner Kern on deck, Dom Cadiz in the hole, arguably your best 3 hitters, and then Owen Estabrook, who's had himself a nice day as well. And that prompts a meeting out on the mound. Who knows if this is it for Douglas? Out of Oregon State University, out of all the guys, the incoming senior, one of the best programs in the entire country. There are arms warming up down the right field line for Corvallis. The Sweets now trail by 7, so never say never. Landon Young, then Tanner Kern, Dom Cadiz in the hole once again. With Billy Scaldaferri coming through. He's had himself a nice day. A double and 2 walks. Yesterday's ball game also a multi-hit day after a rough first game in Cowlitz where he goes 0 for, bases loaded in the 9th with the Sweet down by 2, grounds out into a double play. Since then has responded with a couple of nice outings. And Douglas is going to get left out there on the mound. The southpaw facing the righty bat of Landon Young, hitting just north of 300 on the season. 3rd most RBIs on the year amongst the Sweets players, all qualified, 18. Still looking for his first homer. The pitch. Fastball misses low. It just hovers right above home plate. A ball and no strikes, 2 outs. Sweets trail 9-2. Bottom of the 7th. Douglas set at the belt. Kicks and deals. Chopped right back up the middle. It goes off of Douglas's arm. Fielded by Wilson, the third at first base, not in time. Landon Young shows off the wheels, grabs an infield single, 94 miles an hour off the bat. The runners on the corners now for Tanner Kern in the Sweets with a little bit of life. The lefty bat of Tanner Kern. Facing the left-handed arm, Douglas. The Tanner matchup. Tanner Douglas, Tanner Kern with 2 on. Sweets trailed 9-2. A home run changes the complexion of this one. The lefties deal. Slides off the plate. An off-speed pitch just misses the lower outside corner. 1 ball and no strikes. Infield at standard depth. Center fielder Brock Kettleson shaded slightly towards the right, the 1-0. Misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes with an 88-mile-per-hour heater. Manager for the Corvallis Knights, Brooke Knight, pacing around in his dugout. 2 outs. 2 balls and no strikes. The pitch. Misses low and away. Gets past Ian Fernandez. Hits the backstop, and he comes up with it very quickly. Scalaferri stays put at third. Landon Yelling scoots into second. And there's 2 on in scoring position. 3 balls and no strikes. 1 away from what would be a walk to put the bases loaded. And the Sweets' best hitter in Dom Cadiz up. 2 outs, 3-0. Fastball whistles over the inside edge. 3 balls and a strike. A hitter's count here to Tanner Kern. Hitting just north of 300 on the season. Top 5 in RBIs. The 3-1. Check swing, did he go? He did not on a fastball that missed in at the knees. Bases loaded for Dom Cadiz. The Sweets finally putting something together. It all started with the bottom of the lineup. Troy Sanders, a single, the 6-hole hitter. A walk from Hunter Comine. Getting interesting now. Out walks manager for the Corvallis Knights, Brooke Knights. And that's it. He pulls Tanner Douglas. Tanner Kern wins the Tanner-Tanner matchup. Bases loaded for Dom Cadiz, and we will step aside. Bottom of the 7th frame. Don't go anywhere. This game is still a game on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Tasting fresh isn't hard with Blue Mountain Cider Company. As the official hard cider of the Walla Walla Sweets, our award-winning ciders have been crafted with love from local apples since 2003. Crisp, refreshing, and less filling than beer, Blue Mountain Cider is the perfect choice for any occasion. Check out our 8 flavors including peach, cherry, and harvest blend this summer. These ciders are sure to be a home run. Join us on Facebook and at drinkcider.com to learn more. Blue Mountain Cider Company, an apple a day, 1 glass at a time.
Experience elegance in the heart of downtown Walla Walla at the Marcus Whitman Hotel. Call for reservations at 509-525-2200 or visit us online at marcuswhitmanhotel.com.
Welcome to hospitality. Welcome to luxury. Welcome to Legends Casino Hotel. Visit legendscasino.com or call and book your stay today.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. Tensions rising just a touch. Bases loaded. The Sweets come into the 7th inning without scoring a run. It's now played at 2 with a big chance for Dom Cadiz. The righty bat, incoming freshman at UCLA, facing Dominic Tatone. Tanner Douglas faced Tanner Kern. Kern won the better of the Tanners matchup. Then Tatone takes over for Douglas. And now it's the Dom v. Dom matchup with the bases juiced. Sweets trail 9-2, bottom of the 7th. The lefties deal on the way. Is crushed out towards left center field. This gets down. Scaldaferri rounds third. He scores. Huffin' and puffin' Landon Young. He touches home plate. Sliding to third very ungracefully. Tanner Kern, and it's a 2 RBI single from Dom Cadiz, and the Sweets have life. Trail 9-4 in the bottom of the 7th. Runners on the corners, and up steps Owen Estabrook. 1 for 2 on the day rather, with a walk. Dom Cadiz did not wait. 103 miles an hour off the bat. Holy smokes, that ball was smoking. Tatone comes set at the belt. The pitch. Curveball misses downstairs at 74 miles an hour, 1-0. Stands at just 5 feet 8 inches tall out on the mound. The lefty arm out of Western Oregon University with a 6.9 ERA. 2 on, 2 outs, 1-0. Just off the end of the bat, trickles left side out of play. Count evens up, a ball and a strike. Fans started to leave the ballpark, but the others that maybe were thinking about it on the fence, they've stayed. Sweets down by 5. A 4-run 7th inning with 2 outs. The 1-1 pitch. Check swing, did he go around? He did not. Owen Estabrook holds back on a ball that misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike with 2 gone. Intensity building. If Estabrook can get a hold of this one, you just never know. From the stretch, the pitch. Misses well away. Fernandez has to slide to his right and glove it to keep Kern at bay at third. Sweets have already plated 2 off the bat of Dom Cadiz. Chance to add on, a hitter's count. Has the lefty-righty matchup, the pitch. Fastball misses away, ball 4, and the bases are loaded for Nate Stuyvesant, his 2nd time up in the inning. Cadiz moves over to second base, Kern still at third. Here we go. You do not get another chance like this. Have to capitalize. Stuyvesant 0 for 3 on the day. He's grounded out 3 times. Tatone comes set at the belt. The first pitch. Curveball drips in. A beautiful 12-6 curve. 8.5 inches of vertical break. Just clips the inner rail. 0-1. Bases juiced. No clouds in the sky. Continues to darken into a deeper shade of blue. The pitch goes back to the off-speed pitch. Another one hits inner black. 0-2. Stuyvesant's got to put something in play. With Troy Sanders on deck, chances like this do not come around every day. And a quick meeting out on the hill. And Fernandez wants to re-give the signs. Stuyvesant hitting just over 220 on the season. 8 RBIs on the year. With a chance to make that double digits with 1 swing of the bat. Sweets trail 9-4, bottom 7, the 0-2. Is poked out towards deep left center field. Riding back Mondieu, he runs and it falls down. 1 run scores. Dom Cadiz touches home, he scores. Estabrook stops at third. It's a 2 RBI double for Nate Stuyvesant. Gets a hold of it on 2 strikes, 94 off the bat, and the Swedes trail 9-6 in the bottom of the 7th inning. It brings up Troy Sanders with 2 on in scoring position. represents the tying run. Come set. Sanders singled his last time up in the inning. The pitch. Curveball kisses the outside black. Fans starting to get in it here at Borleske. Do you know what the little engine that could and the Sweets have in common? They think they can, they think they can, they think they can, and they slowly are coming back. Walla Walla, 6 runs. Down 9-6. 2 on in scoring position. Comes set at the belt. 0-1, the pitch. Off the end of the bat, make it 0-2 with a foul ball. 2 outs. Troy Sanders with his all-black bat. He swivels around with his black batting gloves. Stuyvesant doubled with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Lace right side, just over the glove of Trace Weigert. 1 run score, stopping at third base Stuyvesant. And the Sweets now trail 9-7 in the bottom of the 7th frame. Leah Rivera puts on the stop sign for Stuyvesant, and it just continues. Up steps not Gunnar Guile, it's Hunter Comine. Comine pinch hit for Guile in the 7th inning. He walked his last time up. The 12th batter to the plate. Runners on the corners. In right field, Antonio Castor came up with the ball rather quickly. This is getting interesting. Sweets trail 9-7, bottom of the 7th. 2 outs, runners at the corners. The pitch misses down in the dirt, 1-0. Hunter still looking for his first hit of the season. It could not come at a bigger moment. He represents the go-ahead run. Forget about the tying run. The tying run's now at first base. 2 outs, the 1-0. Curveball drips in. Goes back to the curve. A pitch that he's gone to time and time again when he needs a strike. 1-1. Tatone comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Misses inside. Fernandez slides to his left and keeps it in front of him. A few claps here at Borleske. Sweets trail 9-7. Trying to keep the home magic alive. 12-3 at Borleske Stadium this season. With 2 on, 2 outs. The 2-1 pitch. Runs upstairs, ball 3. A hitter's count to Hunter. Andrew Demenu on deck, 1 for 3 on the day with a couple of Ks. Stuyvesant at third. Over at first base, Troy Sanders. Tatone, set, kicks and deals. Hits the very bottom rung of the zone. 79, just clips it. And the count runs full. That was mighty close. 3-2. A chance for the new kid on the block to come in huge. Two on, 2 outs. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Curveball caught him looking, strike 3. 74 inner third. Hunter gets rung up on a couple of hit or miss pitches, but the Sweets do plate 7 runs. That's right, 7 of them. And you need to bring out 2 hands to count them, and now trail 9-7. We move to the top of the 8th inning, and all of a sudden, things are mighty interesting. On 6 base hits, no errors, and we move on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, your family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at Underwriter Honda of WallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are saving thousands of dollars on their energy bill by upgrading their home. And the best part is, CNGC is giving back even more money when you switch to a more efficient alternative. So you can enjoy increased property value, a higher quality of life with better appliances, and greater comfort for your family. Scan this QR code or go to cngc.com and save money on your energy bill.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kinda is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. If you missed the bottom of the seventh, you missed 7 runs. Sweets go into the frame, down 9-0. Now trail 9-7. The first pitch on the way. Fastball whistles outside, 1-0 to the lefty bat. Kicks and deals on 1-0. Misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Jacob Talbot misses on a couple of close pitches. Trey Swigert, the lefty bat, comes in for Blake Wilson. The pitch. Fastball misses away yet again. 3 balls and no strikes. Rather, Wilson on deck comes in for Gavin Brubaker at first base. Needs a strike on 3-0. The pitch. Right down Main Street, make it 3-1. Sweets trail 9-7 here in the 8th frame. American flag out in center field all the way down. No wind to be heard of for the 3-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 85, a few ticks low of the zone. Swings right over it. Jacob Talbot searching for his first strikeout. Has him 3-2. The payoff pitch on the way. Flied left side over the Sweets dugout and well out of play into the trees. Sky has come and gone. The sun rather has come and gone. The sky very much there, don't worry. Well, the sun is still here too, just not in frame. 3 balls and 2 strikes, the pitch. Another one flared over the netting, out of play. It's kind of like the moon, always there. You can't always see it. We'll do it again on 3-2. The payoff pitch. Got him looking, strike 3. Crackles over the lower outside corner. Strikeout numero 1 for Jacob Talbot. And up steps Blake Wilson, the leadoff bat. Here in the 8th frame, 1 gone. Sweets trail 9-7, and up steps the shortstop Blake Wilson. Two for 4 in the day. The motion, the pitch. Scrapes in. A curveball 76. Center. 0-1. Oh, 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Goes with another breaking ball. Wilson's fooled. Sardi struck out once today back in the 4th. Talbot all of a sudden looking for back-to-back case. In the windup, the 0-2. Laced, right side, gets down. Andrew Demanu, the center fielder, comes up with it in the alleyway. He twirls, throws to second base, sliding in safely. Blake Wilson. 100 miles an hour off the bat. Didn't have the elevation to get out, but that was hit super hard into the gap. Demanu does a nice job just to cut it off. Up steps Brock Kettleson. Center fielder today for Corvallis. 1 for 3 with a walk. The lefty bat. Talbot trying to keep it put at 9-7 with 1 gone. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Very similar to a game the Knights came back and beat the Marion Berries a couple of games ago, where Marion was on top 7-0 heading into the 7th frame. They lost. The Knights just stormed back. Similar to this spot. If the Sweets can complete the comeback, the pitch is flared left side. Stays in play for a moment before tailing outside of the field of play. 0-2. Let's take another quick trip around the West Coast League while we have time, with a runner on second base. Bottom of the 8th, the Falcons taking it to the Harbor Cats on top 6-3. The Night Owls lead the Apple Sox 6-5 in a close one. Bottom in the 7th over in Sirksman Stadium. The pitch fouled back. We'll stay at 0-2. Springfield Drifters on top 12-9 over the Marion Berries in the top of the 8th. Once again, a very important game for both the Sweets and the Knights. Marion right in it. Top of the 8th, of course, the Corvallis Knights on top of the Walla Walla Sweets 9-7. That game's right in front of me. Holy smokes, don't have to go far for that. Bottom of the 8th, Yakima Valley Pippins on top 6-5 over Bend. That's over at Yakima County Stadium. 2.5 hour drive for that one. Top of the 7th, Kamloops North Paws trail the Bellingham Bells 6-5. Talbot comes set, takes a peek at second base. The pitch is chopped right side. On a couple of bounces, Stuyvesant gloves, flips it to first base in time. Wilson reaches third. The Edmonton Riverhawks lose against the Port Angeles Lefties. That's a big win for Port Angeles, trying to turn their season around in the North Division 3-2. That happened in 10 frames. And the top of the 6th at Walker Stadium over at Portland. The Pickles lead the Raptors 3-2. With Wilson at third base. Talbot comes set at the belt. Facing Figueroa, the pitch. Up and away, 1-0. Two outs from the stretch, the pitch. A slow roller over towards second. This should be enough. Fielding and Stuyvesant, the throw to first in time. Talbot works out of a jam. The Knights leave one stranded on one base hit. The Sweets trail 9-7. It's time to come all the way back. 7 runs in the 7th. Why don't they do it again? Find out on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Walla Walla Valley Honda is now Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. The same great automotive family is here for all your needs. Service, parts, new Hondas, and top quality used vehicles, all backed by expert staff with the highest standards in the industry. After all, you're family at Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla and deserve the best. Visit us at UnderwriterHondaofWallaWalla.com to schedule service or a test drive today. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla. Walk in as a guest, drive off as family.
Washington homeowners are...
We roll on to the bottom of the 8th inning. A tight one. Haven't been able to say that up until this point. 9-7, Knights on top of the Sweets. Up steps Andrew Demanu. New pitcher out on the hill, Tyler Belrose. In the motion, the righty steal on the way. A slow roller over towards second, rather short. Wilson fields and fires to first in time. Out 1. Demonu pounces on 87 lower rail, and there's one gone.
The third baseman, number 6, Billy Scott's-Ferry.
Scott's-Ferry doubled and scored back in the 7th frame. A couple of RBIs. Having himself a nice day, 1 for 1 with 2 walks. Belrose comes set at the belt, the Oregon State incoming freshman. From the windup, the pitch. Right down the pipe, 0-1. 86 miles an hour, center cut. And when I mean it, I mean it. That blue dot at TrackMan is in the middle of the quadrant. 1 out. 0-1. Goes to the curveball, and it's laced out towards right field. This gets down. Antonio Castro comes up with it. He loses the ball in right field. Scott's-Ferry races to second base, in without a throw, and it goes down as a single with an E9 advance to second, and the lineup turns around with a runner at scoring position. Scott's-Ferry reaches base 4 times today. 2 for 2, a double, a single, and 2 walks, and Landon Young comes up. Singled his last time up, doubled back in the 3rd, swinging a hot bat. 2 for 4 today, scored once. Can do it all. A speedy base runner, hitting .305 on the year. The first offering. Popped up, right field. This gets out of play. Hits off the blue bleachers. A few kids all run for the baseball. Not to alarm any of the kids, we got a tight game on our hands. It's time to turn your attention from foul balls. I get it, down 7-0, now it's 9-7. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out, Scott's-Ferry at second. A 1 strike, Scott's-Ferry takes his lead, rather large, kicks and deals. Curveball runs in and hits him on the back. Landon Young braces and wore it. 80 miles an hour, right below where the neck meets the back. And there's 2 on with 1 out. And in steps Tanner Kern. Dom Cadiz on deck. This would be the comeback of the season, bar none. Sweets were down 9-0. All of a sudden, every at-bat seems monumental. Would have never said that just a couple innings ago. Kern 1 for 3 on the day with a walk. 1 out. The pitch. Up and away. 1-0. Floats the fastball. Sweets trail 9-7 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Lefty bat Tanner Kern facing the righty Belrose. The pitch. Cuts right through it. Strike 1. 85 off the plate. Belrose just 2 innings pitched with the Knights. Has not given up a run yet. Just 1 outing. It was back on July 8th against the Ridgefield Raptors. Set. The 1-1. Up and away yet again. 2 balls and a strike. Sails it. Speed on the base paths. Scott's-Ferry at second. Landon Young the tying run at first. The go-ahead run in Tanner Kern. He has 3 homers on the season. How big would it be if he could take his 4th deep here with the Sweets down by 2? The 2-1 pitch. Fastball missiles outside of the zone for ball number 3. Hitters count here to Kern. A walk loads the bases for Dom Cadiz. Leads the West Coast League in average. All-star for the Sweets. Can Tanner Kern get it done with a 3-ball, 1 strike count? 1 out. Hitters count. The pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Cuts right through the heater on the lower portion of the zone. Count runs full. Kern had the right idea swinging the bat on that one, just couldn't make contact. This feels like the biggest at-bat of the game, bar none. With 2 on. 1 out. Sweets trail 9-7, bottom of the 8th. The payoff pitch. Got him swinging with some high heat, way up and out of the zone. Kern had himself a free pass, instead offers on an 87-mile-per-hour fastball. Up steps Dom Cadiz. Cadiz, the right-handed bat, doubled his last time up. Just 18 years old. I spoke to him earlier today about him being so young. Can he live up to the moment? He says he doesn't think about that. He goes out with the mindset that he is one of the best players on the field every day. The pitch. Curveball runs well high, 1-0, and the stats indeed back that up. Hitting just shy of 400 on the year, leads the West Coast League in average. Leads the Sweets in RBIs. It's not close, almost 30. Can he get the job done here with 2 on, 2 outs? The 1-0 on the way. A fastball is slowly poked up the middle. Blake Wilson fields and launches it to first base in time. Out 3. Opportunity goes by the wayside of the Sweets. Belrose works out of the jam. A high fastball as Tanner Kern swings right through it. And the comeback's going to have to come in the 9th inning. Top of the 9th on the other side. Swedes trail 9-7. Don't go anywhere for the epic conclusion of already what is a great game on the Walla Walla Swedes Radio Network.
Play, stay, get away at Clearwater River Casino in Lewiston, Idaho. Owned and operated by the Nez Perce Tribe. Experience Namipu hospitality with 600 gaming machines, comfortable lodging, dining, and sports bar. Excitement is everywhere. The region's premier destination for events and entertainment. Win big with unforgettable concerts, comedy shows, and live sports action. Discover your next play, stay, get away. Visit crcasino.com and start your adventure today.
It's time to play ball with Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you're more than a guest, you are part of the family. And here's an exclusive offer for all you Sweets fans. Show us your Walla Walla Sweets ticket at your next service visit and receive 10% off any regular price service performed. Formerly Walla Walla Valley Honda, same great automotive family and proud sponsor of the Walla Walla Sweets. Underwriter Honda of Walla Walla, where you walk in as a guest and drive off as family.
We move to the top of the 9th inning, and Antonio Castro steps in. The lefty bat facing Jared Glenn. New pitcher out on the hill for the Sweets. Out of Gonzaga University, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Almost loses his bat. 87 miles an hour fastball as Jared Glenn blows it right by him. The 0-1. Foul tip in and out of Esterbrook's glove behind the plate. He wears it on the face mask as it tips off the top of his leather. Ahead 0-2. Sweets trail 9-7 here in the 9th inning. It might have to be done. I see you guys in the comments. The 0-2 pitch. Fastball runs high. I sang Taylor Swift. Let's just take it back a few minutes. I sang Taylor Swift. What song was it? I'm trying to think of the song. Oh, Death by a Thousand Cuts. I said the 1-2 pitch. Poke left side. Now I'm all frazzled up here in the booth. I said Death by a Thousand Cuts when the Knights were up 9-0 back in the 7th frame. And I started singing Death by a Thousand Cuts, and then what happened the very next half inning. The Sweets scored 7 runs. So I don't know. Might have to do it again in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch. Fly. Back behind the plate. Out of play. We'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I gotta stick with T Swift, but it has to be an appropriate song choice. Now the wheels are turning in my head. Gotta take me back to junior year of high school where my sister played that non-stop. In the motion, the 1-2. Flared out towards left field, slowly slicing out of play. Sweets trail 9-7, top of the 9th inning. No outs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here to Antonio Castro, 2 for 4 on the day. A couple of singles in his last 2 at-bats. And the 5th and 6th inning. The 1-2. A little chopper. Right side, it rides the chalk for a moment. Estabrook fields it with his bare hand. Foul ball. We'll do it again. Castro, the incoming freshman at Cal Poly San Luis Obispo. The left-handed bat hitting .290 with the Corvallis Knights. Jared Glenn in the windup, the 1-2. Right back up the middle, crushed. It goes right past Glenn into the glove of Demanu in center field, and it's a leadoff base hit for Antonio Castro.
The third baseman, number 24, Cole Daniela Saul.
Nobody on. A quick meeting between Estabrook and Gabe Norbert, home plate umpire. Cole Katamaya-Stahl steps in. The first pitch shows bunt. Fastball misses high. Back pick over to first base. Tag applied. Not in time. Just gets under the tag. Castro made a nice little dive. He was well up the line. 1-0. 3 stolen bases on the season for Castro. The pitch shows bunt yet again. Flicks off the end of the bat into the netting. A foul ball, strike 1. Arms warming up in the pen down the right field line for the Knights. The Sweets bullpen all quiet. Nobody out. The 1-1. Popped up high in the sky into a different stratosphere. Right side, moving under it is the right fielder, Dom Cadiz. He makes the play, out 1. Castro still at first base. Up steps Braden Mondieu. Mondieu 1 for 4 on the day, a double, back in the 6th frame. Came around to score off the bat of Maverick Russell. What seemed to be a non-consequential run at that time in the game turns out to be very consequential. Spins and fires to first base. Castro goes back safely. Mondieu, the right-handed bat, out of the University of Hawaii, Hilo. Bright blue barrel as he twirls it around a few times. Now rests it high above his shoulder. The pitch. Inside. 1-0. Knights hanging on to a 9-7 lead. It was once 9-0. Walla Walla has come back and made this a very close contest. 1 out. The 1-0. Fastball downstairs. Estabrook just keeps it in front of him as the ball bounces 8 feet to his right into the grass. He comes up with it very quickly, though. Castro stays put. Jared Glenn's had an up and down season this season with the Sweets. The 6'4" righty arm sporting a 7.36 ERA. It's ballooned by 2 bad outings. The pitch. Up and in, 2-0. Against the Pippins goes 3 innings, no earned runs, no hits, 5 strikeouts. You look just one before that, against the Portland Pickles, he gives up 4 earned runs. Doesn't even get an out, the 3-0. Fastball misses inside, ball 4. And there's 2 on with 1 out. And Maverick Russell steps in, doubled his last time up, and scored a run.
Designated hitter number 20, Maverick Russell.
Fans are letting Gabe Nobert on the plate know what they think about those calls, but that did miss inside. Out steps manager Colby Waterlow, talks it up out on the hill. This game has certainly dragged on towards the end here, approaching 3 hours. Against the Cowlitz Black Bears, the Sweets got in and out on the getaway day, game 3. 2 hours and 20 minutes. Game over. Just like that. Last trip around the West Coast League. Let's take a look at some scores. The Corvallis Knights on top of the Sweets right here at Borleske 9-7. Top of the 10th inning, extra innings over at Wilson's Group Stadium. Kelowna Falcons on top 6-3. Bottom of the 8th, the Wenatchee Alba Sox trailed the Nanaimo Night Owls 6-5. The Drifters on top 12-11. A great game over in Eugene, Oregon in the bottom of the 8th inning. We'll keep tabs on that one for sure. Bells on top 6-5 over the North Paws. Lefties beat the Riverhawks 3-2. The Pickles on top 4-2 over the Raptors. 1 out. Glenn set at the belt. Kicks and deals. Spins in. An off-speed pitch hits the lower inside corner. 0-1. VL says Portland Pickles got that Marshawn shout-out. Not sure what I did there. You want to elaborate? The 0-1. Fastball squeezes away. Just misses that upper outside corner. Count evens up, 1 ball and 1 strike with 1 out. A close one here at Borleske. Wind howling in towards the plate. Don't see that much here in Walla Walla with 1 gone, the 1-1. Fastball misses high. Russell does not wave at it. 2 balls and 1 strike with 1 gone. The Sweets trailed 9-0. And then all of a sudden, a 7th inning to remember, 7 runs. And now the scoreline's put at 9-7. Infield at double play depth. The 2-1 pitch is laced left field out of play as it continues to slice over the netting. 2-2. Sweets got 1 more chance in the bottom of the 9th frame. Going to be Owen Estabrook, Nate Stuyvesant, and Troy Sanders, the 4, 5, 6 hole hitters. 1 out, 2-2. Swirls in and cut him looking, strike 3. You could see the movement on here. 19 inches of horizontal break. What a pitch from Glenn. And there's 2 outs as Maverick Russell is retired and Fernandez steps in. Homered back in the 4th frame. The lone long ball in today's contest. Tomorrow's game starts at 4:35 p.m. because of a concert that's being held right afterwards on a little 2-part saga here at Borleske. Glenn set, the righty's deal. Swirls and sliced left field out of play as it slowly meanders and bumps its way into the bullpen down the left field line. Two outs. Mondieu at first, Castro at second. Set. From the stretch, the 0-1. High fly ball, right field. Cadiz gets a read on it, takes a couple of steps in, makes the play at his left chest for out number 3. Sweets down 9-7. 1 runner's left on 1 base hit. 4, 5, 6. Owen Estabrook, Nate Stuyvesant, and Troy Sanders on the other side. Sweets need 2 to tie, 3 to win. Don't go anywhere for the thrilling conclusion of Sweets versus Knights on the Walla Walla Sweets Digital Network.
Whatever your printing needs, Abbott's Printing does it all. Signs and banners, rich, full-colored, high-quality commercial and digital printing, direct mailings, full-color business cards, and postcards. If you want a printing job done right, then Abbott's Printing is the place to be. Abbott's Printing provides award-winning quality and outstanding customer service. Visit abbottsprinting.com to view their selection or call 453-8202. That's 453-8202. Abbott's Printing, where the excellence is on paper.
Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is proud to be the official hotel of the Walla Walla Suite. Our guests are sure to get a great night's sleep in one of our recently remodeled rooms, and our 24-hour pool and spa are perfect for round-the-clock relaxation. Each night at Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla is followed by a complimentary breakfast included with every stay. At Holiday Inn Express Walla Walla, you can catch some Z's while the Sweets catch some W's. Wins, that is.
Welcome back into Borleske Stadium. I got my rally bucket hat on. Everyone at home, make sure to hold your radios high above your head if anyone's listening on the radio nowadays. Make sure to wear your bucket hats at home if you got one. Maybe put your shoes on your head, whatever you got. The Sweets down 9-7. Bottom of the ninth inning as Owen Estabrook steps in. The righty bat. Comes set. The pitch to Estabrook. Popped up high in the sky and meanders back behind the screen. And it goes over the press box for strike number one. Owen Estabrook. The four-hole hitter's having himself a day. A double back in the second frame. Since then, a couple of walks. On deck, Nate Stuyvesant represents the tying run. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball misses low and away. Gets by Fernandez. Nobody on, so no harm, no foul. A ball and a strike to Owen Estabrook. A big spot here. Sweets trail 9-7 in the bottom of the ninth inning. Estabrook's got to get the Sweets off on the right foot. The 1-1. Popped up. This is going to stay in the infield. Fernandez camps under it. Foul territory. He moves under and makes the play for out number one. A huge first out. Up steps Stuyvesant. Sweets need two. Stuyvesant and Troy, the next two batters for the Sweets. Gunnar Guile on deck. Rather, it's Hunter Komine in the hole. One out. Set. The first pitch from Belrose. Another pop-up high in the sky. This is a can of corn for Thomas Ferragero. Second baseman makes the play. Cut the grass. Out two. Sweets down to their final out. All of a sudden, a couple pop-outs later, Walla Walla trails 9-7. They've had some two-out magic very recently against the Cowlitz Black Bears. In the first two games, every single run but just one came with two outs. Can Sanders get on base and bring up Hunter Komine as the tying run? The first pitch on the way. Flied back as it clips off the netting and over and hits the top of the press box. Strike one. Rally time with two gone. Belrose swivels, set, the pitch. Laced right side, just foul. 90 off the bat. Can't keep it fair on a 90-mile-per-hour pitch. Top rung. And the Sweets down to their final strike. Trail 9-7. 4 runs in the first 2 frames for the Knights. Proving to be the difference here. 2 outs. 2 strikes. The pitch on the way. Just gets a piece of it. Troy Sanders staying alive. Game time over 3 hours. Belrose looking for the save. Sweets were down 9-0 going into the 7th. It has not been a slow comeback. 7 runs in the 7th inning. That's all the Walla Walla Sweets offense has mustered. 2 outs. Sweets down to their final strike yet again. The pitch. A high chopper. This is going to be a tough play. Charging under it. The third baseman, Katayama. The throw to first base. Not in time. Troy Sanders goes head first. An infield single. And the tying run is brought to the plate. Trevor T steps in. Pinch hitter. He's gone deep a few times this season already. The third new pitch, or rather the third new batter for Gunnar Guile. Started with Guile, then Komine comes in, and now Trevor T. A big spot with 2 outs. A tough balance. Obviously the home run ties it, but you can't be up there trying to swing for that homer. Trevor T hitting .250 on the season. Belrose comes set. Sanders the lead at first. 2 outs, the pitch. A dribbler left side. Wilson gloves it. The throw to first base in time. Out 3. Trevor T rolls over, and that's your ball game. Sweets bring the tying run to the plate. The Corvallis Knights win a close one, 9-7, and take the opening game of the 3-game set here in Walla Walla. Great fight from the Swedes, down 9-0. You played 7 runs, had their chances, most notably in the 8th inning. My goodness, golden opportunity with 2 on, middle of the lineup, and Tanner Kern-Dumfries could not get it done that time. They got it done back in the 7th, though, so you can only blame them so much. Just unfortunate. The Swedes got to win their next 2 games to take the series and remain perfect at home in home series. Swedes lose 9-7 after 9. I'm your play-by-play broadcaster, Drew Albaugh. Thanks so much. Once again, before you guys leave, please give a like and subscribe. It does mean a lot to everyone behind the scenes. And with that, I say so long and good night. First pitch tomorrow, a change. 4:35 first pitch. Once again, 4:35. We'll be live at 4:15. A post-game concert after the fact, so if you can't make it down to Pendleton for Whiskey Fest, stay up right here at Walla Walla. You can catch a baseball game, then catch a concert. And if you don't want to, well then tune in on the broadcast. Once again, Drew Albaugh here on the mic, 4:15. We will be live. Thanks so much, everybody. Drew Albaugh and everyone else behind the scenes saying so long and good night from Walla Walla, Washington. Sweets lose 9-7 against the Corvallis Knights. So long, everybody.